Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. Apologies for being a little bit late today. Just running late, really. And YouTube took ages to process the video that I uploaded a little bit earlier as well. So, yeah, my bad. But welcome to the stream. Restream should be up and working today. So, Twitch can talk with YouTube, and YouTube can talk with Twitch. But let's wait and see if it causes any issues, because it was causing issues before, right? So we'll have to wait and see. So let me know if the YouTube stream is freaking out, guys. Okay, because it was causing issues before, right? So let's see how it goes, and we'll go from there. But yeah, guys, we've got a boss fight to fight today. We've got a boss fight to fight today. I've got 2 little videos that I want to check out. One's less than a minute, one's 5 minutes. That's all we're watching. We're getting into the game and we're going to be playing. But I'm curious about this. One's a new game, I believe, and one is some more new gameplay of Marathon, and apparently it's shit. Even shitter than before. I don't know if it can be worse. I'm not too sure. But how is everybody doing anyway? Let me get chat up and see what you guys are saying, man. Where are we? Here we go. Yo, Flicks, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Frankie, Ducklord, welcome. Casual, how's it going, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Enz, welcome to the stream, buddy. BS, welcome to the stream. Jerry, welcome. Minman, Niazri, welcome to the stream. Gilgamesh, welcome to the stream. How is it going? It's good to see you guys. Yo, Zera, welcome. Ryuji, welcome to the stream as well. Shout out to you guys in chat. Kino, what's going on? Welcome to the stream as well. Hopefully, everybody is good. Hopefully, we have no issues today with the internet, right? We're on the different port on the router, so hopefully, yeah, it's okay. Next week, though, whether we have issues or not, I'm gonna get in touch with Virgin and get them to bring me out a new one. I think I just need a new one, to be fair, if I'm honest. It's been used so much, and yeah, I don't know. It just sucks ass, basically. We need a new one. Blue, what's going on? Welcome. But guys, it's good to see ya. Shout out to you lot in the chat. Let's get switched over right into the showing. Let's do it. How we doing? It's good to see ya. Hold up a second. Let me just close Photoshop here. Get rid of that. Let me get ABS up so you guys can see what the fuck is going on, okay? How's the day treating you so far anyway, guys? Hopefully you're all well. So yeah, plan is tonight to play some Warframe. That's the plan anyway. It just depends a little bit at the minute, because they've put roadworks right by Rose's work, and it's a pain to get Rosie from work at the minute. Like, sometimes just round by work, it can take like half an hour plus to get in and out, because they've got 4-way temporary lights, and they've dug up the road in 4 different directions, and it's just diabolical. I could go the other route to get Rosie, but that route's just full of traffic and takes longer itself, so it's just like a bitch, basically a bitch. My hair, dude, it's a mess, man. It's a mess. I need to get it cut. I think I'm gonna go with a low fade this time, because I went just grade 1, because like last time I had to have that super high fade, didn't I? Because my normal barber fucked my hair up. So like this time, I just went with grade 1. It just grows too quick, man. And I left a little bit too much length on top. So I think I'm gonna go with a low fade and get a bit of length took off the top. My hair's lopsided. It fits me anyway. I'm all over the place, so you know it's canon. It's canon. Pretty good. Currently addicted to adding vanilla syrup to my cola. Okay. All right. My sister has a type of syrup in a coffee, because she like this is funny. She flips from being like vegan to back to eating meat to vegan. Like she makes me laugh. She went like full vegan for quite a while, and now she's just like she's a fair weather vegan, basically. I think when she's feeling a bit like she wants to lose weight and get a bit more into shape, she goes vegan. Then she goes back to eating. I think like we'll go out for a meal and she'll be like, damn, all these foods looking really nice. Oh gosh, I guess maybe I'll get a steak. You know. So yeah, alright, we're gonna get straight into this anyway though, guys. We're gonna get straight into this. We ain't gonna mess around too much today because we're late to the stream, and I don't want to hold up a second. don't want to fuck around too much. Okay? So, let's take a look at the book here, then shall we? So, Pirate Nation put this up. I don't know where they've got this from. I'm assuming this is from a new, what's it here? Because it's got the SRB rating here. Apparently, this is new. Let me have a look. If it's on YouTube a second, actually, give me a second. We're just going to look at these two things, and that's it today. We're not getting into any reacts or anything like that. We're getting into this boss fight today. New marathon gameplay. Is there a full video somewhere, or at least? Okay, so okay, so Bungie did release some more gameplay, I guess. I don't know. 2 seconds. So some of them 3 weeks ago. Oh, let's have a look at this then. It didn't that big of a deal anyway. Let's have a look at the boot. Guys, as well, if you haven't already, drop a like on the stream. It's much appreciated. Helps out a lot as well. How's the stream looking as well? We all right? We all right? Considering we're doing this restream thing. It's not broke, the stream, has it? Are we good? I'm not dropping frames on my end. But with this anyway, it doesn't matter. Because, yeah. Bungie game, oh, sleep. No stuttering today. Right, okay. So, what will happen with this, if it starts to play up? It won't stutter because it's not my internet. It'll be restream. It goes all mad pixelated. You'll know. Trust me. You won't even have to look out for stutters because it'll look fucked up, basically. So, we should be good then. Piece of shit. Sorry, I was just messing around with my AC and I hit the timer button by mistake. And once you do that, it's just a pain in the arse. All right, let's check out this then, shall we? Let's check out this little bit of new marathon gameplay. Looks terrible. It's not a great start, is it? So let's have a quick look. See what it's saying then, because this game like showed itself off and everybody was like, "Yeah, nah, this is not it, boss. This is not it, right?" You know? So, all right, let's have a look.
Up. I'm coming. First wipe of all tap? No, not yet. Up, yep. Oh, I have self-res. Behind you. Oh, on me.
Okay, so far, all I'm going to say is, right, don't get me wrong, this game looks like it lacks a lot. POIs are bad. The combat flow from the first test, what we saw, looked really, really slow and poor. Because with a game like this, you've got to push people to fight over areas. Other than this looking just kind of, I guess, generic, uninspired, I wouldn't say it looks terrible. Like, it just doesn't look anything spectacular. I'm not a big fan of, like, the UI effects overall. I feel like they're a little bit too much. Like, they're dialed up a little bit too much. Like, looking at it, I don't think, wow, this looks terrible. I just think, you know, whatever. On to the next one kind of thing, you know what I mean? Yeah, just very uninspired. Well, I think it's supposed to be like a full-on extraction shooter, which I do like extraction shooters, right? But yeah, it's not floating my boat, man. It's not floating my boat. All right, let's check this out then. This is Wave Sea of Remnants Wanderer Test Gameplay Preview. This is from NetEase. I don't know what this is. Guys. So I'm seeing the word Sea of Remnants. I don't know what this is. Is this going to be like a, I don't know, a pirate game or something? I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's have a look anyway. All right, let's check it out. I'm curious.
What have you lost? Your name? Or the truth you seek?
Well, she's got a Pinocchio nose. Quite like the art style of that, though. Following footage is captured in game.
Legends say that at the edge of the Sea of Remnants, any wish can be granted.
Okay.
But the price is your memory.
I feel like this is getting me copyright claimed. Hey, Jess. Okay, so we've got the graffiti punk pirate game here. Is this the life of being a pirate, but if it wasn't potentially like horrific? You know? Yo, Neo, what's up, dude? Okay. So I'm going to assume, coming from NetEase, right? Is this going to be like an online game then? Maybe not. I don't know. What is he? Like, we've got pirate ship stuff, but it looked like a lot of it was like mini game type stuff, which I'm not against. And then we've got some adventuring stuff here, but like, have we got combat? Like, what's the deal? We've got stealth, we can reconnaissance here. So is this going to be online, like co-op, single player, MMO type game? What's the deal here? Okay, we got puzzles, lots of puzzles. Okay, combat. This looks like Hot Butter Boo. This smells like a game that doesn't... Kind of, yeah. I'm not going to lie, though. I kind of like the look of it. This looks like We Happy Few in Sea of Thieves. That is, I think, a perfect description of it, actually. The art style in Sea... Yeah, I think that's a great description, actually, Kino. I think... yeah, I'll take that. I'm seeing that. I agree. I agree. I think it's like, it's hard to tell, right? It looks like a single player game, but then I'm like, I don't know. Lots of puzzles and stuff, right? Okay. It seems like they're really leaning into like the playground aspect of it, right? Looks like there's a lot of stuff to do in the world though, right? Dude smashed. Oh, we got big weather events. Frame drops. I really need to know, is this single player or online? Feels like it could easily be both. Damn, she looked dull. One thing you can tell, some of it's definitely in game because the frame rate is atrocious. So at least we know it's real gameplay. But I'm going to be honest here, guys. Like I say, he looks like he's trying to do a lot of things, yeah. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. I'm feeling this, I am.
This feels familiar.
Okay.
As if
Thalassophobia kicking in.
So it turns out I've been struggling and wandering in oblivion all this time, yet it was all in vain. Until this moment, I finally understand. Forgetting is not the end, but a new beginning.
Okay, I'm gonna join the Discord. I'm actually interested in this. A new concern and a new return. Every turn. Okay. Is there anything in the description of like what it is? PlayStation. So we got Steam. It's on Steam. So there's going to be a test on the 5th of February. Hold up a second. Let's have a little look here. Yo, Dr. P, what's up, dude? Because I'm intrigued actually. I'm not gonna lie, didn't expect this to me to find that interesting, but I'm finding it interesting. What is it? Sea of Remnants. Oh, that is. I lost it. There we go.
Who am I?
Okay, so Sea of Remnants is a visually rich ocean adventure RPG as puppet folk, sailors seeking lost memories. Oh, could be a gacha game. You'll brave dynamic seas, battle strange monsters, build your fleet, bond with 300 plus companions, and shape the evolving pirate city of Orbtopia through every choice you make. So it's supposed to come out this year then. Coming from Joker Studio. Okay. So don't really get much from that description, right? I'm going to assume single player then, right? But at the same time, it looks like the kind of game that could be multiplayer, right? But it's tagged as no, it's tagged as multiplayer as well. They user-defined tags, aren't they? That's the only thing. It says single player here, so I'm guessing it's single player then. Okay. Alright. Looks like the type of game that could be multiplayer though, doesn't it? Okay, I'm here for this. Honestly. I'm here for the gacha game. Yeah. Oh, let's have a look. I'm curious now. I'm curious. Lost memory gacha game confirmed. Right, straight up, yeah. As soon as I see that in the game now, I'm like, ooh, it's a gacha game then. Okay, looks like they're definitely leaning into a.
Electricity, yo ho, yo ho, it's just full of gold. And every time the wind blows, I feel it in my soul. I'm going for an adventure, a lifetime.
This kind of goes unnecessarily hard.
Do it all for the treasure. Army, matey, go home, baby. Throw out the sails we ride. We are not here to compromise.
Built made by millennials, you know.
Small next to the ocean. Out here, everybody's in motion. Can you feel it? Like a rebel from the
Okay, so it's just a music video. Okay, all right. I'm interested though, man. I'm genuinely interested. I think this looks kind of cool. I'm down to give it a whirl. Okay. I'm gonna sign up for the test actually because there's a test on the 5th. Hey, we'll check it out. Right, we'll check it out. I didn't expect that to pop up on my my list of interested games. I guess my list of interested games. Oh my days, bro! Look at this thumbnail. This geezer, man. Jesus Christ, he just won't let sleeping dogs lie, will he? Just won't let sleeping dogs lie, man. Like holy cow, actually crazy. All right, let's get booted up then. Get booted up then, boys and girls. There's ambitious and then there's way over your head and over-promising. You reckon that's... I don't know if I'd say that's over-promising. A lot of the stuff in there just looks like standard affair gameplay stuff, right? Really. Look better than Enfield in my opinion. Made by and for millennials. Yeah, maybe that's why I'm into it then, right? Maybe that's why I'm into it. Live service single player. Probably will be right. It's probably, yeah.
Arknights.
I'm a millennial, I'm not into it. Damn! Tough audience.
Hey, gotta go train. See you later.
Tough audience today. I like the look of it though. I like the look of it. I'm interested. I'm easily pleased though. I am, you know.
Like home to me.
Right?
If you need anything,
Oh, damn, bro.
just say the word.
People call me a drama farmer? Jeez. No, digging up old beefs just for the sake of what's it? That to me is like, why, man? You know? Well, I know why for views, but it's a little lie, man. Nah, I'm gonna do this boss. I'm gonna do the event tomorrow, depending on how we do with this boss. Even if we don't clear the boss today, maybe we'll take a break and do the event tomorrow. But I do want to play the event. But yeah, boss today. Let's try and do this boss at least. Hey, if we clear it quick, first time, you know, it's not gonna happen. But if we manage to do it in a decent time, maybe we'll get something today then. Maybe. To be fair, we have started late though, so.
Lancer Fang, captain of reserve op team A1. My team and
So you know, quickly, LCC's just freaking.
Lancer Fang, captain of reserve op team A1.
What's my GPU again? I'm on a 4090. I'm not gonna lie, man. I wish I had more RAM. Oh, I ain't buying no more at the minute. Duh. Not happening. Yeah, 4090. Or lose my sanity, right? Probably the latter. To be fair, probably be the latter if I'm honest. Definitely be the latter. Yeah, this again. I haven't got too far into the stage, so I don't know how rough it's going to get. But people are telling me it's rough, and looking at the mechanics, they look kind of crazy. So, you know. Yeah, I'm only running 32 gig RAM, which is more than enough for gaming, right? There's not many games out there really where you'll need more than 32, but it's getting to the point with some games now, maybe fucking will soon. Yeah, the more I think about it, I'm like, I should have really just popped 64. Because to be fair, do you know what you're more likely to use most of your RAM on? Not fucking video games, fucking Google Chrome, man. Straight up, man. Is it 8 gig? I think it's 12 on the 4090, right? 12 gig of VRAM on the 4090, I believe. Right? Dude, I love the I've still got my 1080 and a 970. Oh, it's 24, sorry. Yeah, it's 24, my bad. I halved you. I halved you. Yeah, I knew what I know. Enfield soon. Right, dude. So close. So close. And my body is so fucking ready, bro. So fucking ready. I'm going to be checking out Hightail as well in a couple of days. You know what I've been playing recently? I started playing and I'm loving it. RuneScape Dragon Worlds. It's fucking good, man. It's really good. Really fun. Oh, Milnar in there. Silver Daddy. Silver Daddy's in there too. Alright. Okay then. Let's get to it then. If you like Hightail, you should check out Everwind. That rings a bell. I've never played that. Name rings a bell though. Yeah, content-wise. Well, I've only just started, but that's why I didn't get it straight away. Because that was one of the because it's had a update, hasn't it? I think in December, so there's a little bit more content than when it first came out. But that's the one thing that stopped me buying it day one, because I was looking at people, I was like, yeah, there's not much content here at the minute, which I'm cool with, you know. But I was looking at the roadmap, so I'm not too mad about it. And to be fair, with how many games I've got going on at the minute and backlog, and just not having much time to even play the games that I'm already playing, starting a new game that doesn't have insane amounts of content, it's not too bad actually. It's kind of works for me. Picked up Risk of Rain 2 as well. You went back to play XCOM. Nice. All I want is a 5060 Ti. Originally I wanted a 3060 Ti, but you can't buy those anymore. Apparently, aren't Nvidia doing a rerun of some of the 30 series cards? I think they are bringing back, I don't think it might be the 3060 Ti. Or some of the cards coming back, right? To try and ease up on the GPU demand, I believe. Right? Yeah, dude. Love Enshrouded. That's a game that I started playing and just couldn't get, I didn't have time to play as much as I wanted. Love Enshrouded, man. Ever since I started playing other Arknights, I've been barely playing other games. I have a problem. It's not a problem, man. If you enjoy the game, you enjoy the game, right? Alright. We're probably going to end up adjusting the team, right, but let's run this in a minute. I think we'll probably end up having to bring in the tactical kitty. Overpriced everything. It's ridiculous at the moment. It is actually insanity.
Here.
Actual insanity. The prices of things, it's ridiculous.
I'm listening.
Okie dokie. Alright, let's put let's get Cora in first. And then we'll get Lazy in. Put Cora deep, lazy in here. She won't destroy the box then. We'll get Silver Daddy up top.
Very well.
Robin here.
Made up your mind?
The fool flaunting his gallantry reaches none with his vanity.
I know what. I will sink your corpse into shadow. No one will find it.
DP me, baby. DP me. That's sounds really fucked up, actually, saying that. What do you think about it? So, is this one of those fights as well? Do I really want the second phase to start early? Or what? You know? Like, I'm thinking, throw Lappy in as well. Let's just... pop Lappy here so we don't destroy the box.
It's secret for public that everyone... Yoki! Kagaku o nozoki! Raitei kenkou wo ugokasu! The show hasn't started. Do not disappoint tonight, my friends.
Lappy's just like, box! Box!
Don't keep me waiting. I will sink your corpse into shadow.
Nice.
No one will find it.
I'm in pro in here to try and suck off Trilby Asher.
Deploying.
If there's any boss you don't want second phase to start early, I don't know. For me, Patriot. Welcome to the stream as well, Crystal. Because how one being E1, but the state of my squad at that point, I could only really hold his second phase like deep into the stage. Because I held him at the top left corner, didn't I? Because trying to hold him anywhere just wasn't working. I suppose maybe even a little bit with Tallulah, maybe, depending on where you're at. Like, for me, I didn't want to leave it too late. Since I did JT8D, I've seen people were kind of doing it how I was initially, trying to fight her just outside the blue box. But I ended up fighting her up there, so I didn't leave it as late as maybe some people did, but yeah, but definitely Patriot. Oh, is there any boss you'd want boss start phase too early? I don't know, really. I don't know. Chapter 14 boss is a bit of a timing issue on second phase. Remember the Patriot Warcry? I can already hear their range ups dropping. 12F coming in clutch with the double dodge. The double freaking dodge. Cora's doing well.
Nothing can mask the scent of despair.
Cora's holding out. We're good.
Look, Zaro. This spotlight shines on
I get a bit more damage on Bro over here. Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, no. Oh, no, that is a problem. Now I see. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Okay, now I'll get that mechanic.
Don't keep. I will sink your corpse into shadow. No one will find it.
Oh, God. What's gonna happen?
力を入れすぎた Quickly! The spare ribs have been stewing for so long they're falling apart. Don't oil into a hot one.
Shit, I was too early. Trilby's gonna fuck me up now. Son of a bitch! I should have popped it earlier. I should have popped it earlier. Can I not? Can I not teleport? Is it immune to teleportation as well? I was trying to wait. Hopefully I could have yanked Trilby as well. Alright, let's just see what happens to the boss here a little bit. And then,
I know what better match your style.
obviously we'll have to restart.
I knew who you were right away. Quickly! The spare ribs have been stewing for so long they're falling apart.
We've got permanent debuff now, yeah. Alright, let's see what happens now. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm getting hit with like dot hard, right? Brother.
良い判断です。ご来邪念を振るわ。The spotlight shines on us.
Oh shit. Oh my days.
Don't. I will sink your corpse into shadow.
Oh no! Oh no!
They will cough up some useful information.
最適な。すまない。力を入れすぎた。Quickly, this is still misbehaving. Then let's kick it up a notch. Not one step backwards.
What's brother doing over here? Is he gonna break this?
Look, Zaro. This spotlight shines on us.
Better watch your step.
Oh no.
I got this. Focus elsewhere.
Oh no. Bro's about to cause me problemos. Oh, we got 3 of the fucking things now. Yup.
They only follow me into the shadows.
Okay. We need to keep you alive. We need to keep you alive.
That's just the end of Act 1.
So, I tried my best to wait for Dematsy to get closer before TPing with you. You see, so they're not immune to TP then, right? I swear we caught it with the TP, but it didn't TP, and we ended up missing Trilby's TP then. So obviously he just hopped through. He just hopped through. Yo, easy. What's going on, dude? So if I try stalling and then concentrate on just the one, right? We're good, yeah. Because from... Hold up, let me just watch it back. From what I could see there, it looks like kill one, kill them all, right? Right, I think? Or does it have to be the original? Or does it matter? Is it just kill one of them? So like, do we like attempt to stall, giga stall as many as we can? They're all the original. Get one, get them all. Okay. Right, see, I noticed that we're sharing HP. Okay. If I'd have had the crystal here, we could have kept you in the game then. If it not hits 2 Damatsis, it will deal double damage. Ah, okay. What do you mean by that? Do you mean one up hitting both, or just both getting hit? Because we want to tackle both, don't we, really? Because with them sharing HP, damage on this does damage on this, and damage on this does damage on this, so it just goes down quicker, right? So, if there's 3 of them, we're 3xing our damage then, yeah? Okay. So... would it benefit us to try and let dude come in a little bit deeper? Try and fight them both in the same sort of area. Ascalon would be really good here then, yeah. No, I'm thinking like Ascalon PP. Lappy ult's good as well, right? Because if they're close together, she can tag both, can't she? Lazy as well. What does the hand thing do now? Is that what gives us the permanent debuff? Flying unit attacks inflict corrosion, loses HP every second. Oh shit. It's a flying unit. Lazy was dealing with them quite well though, wasn't she? So the defense shred thing doesn't affect our boy, because who needs DP when you're all PP? To be fair, Korra was dealing with it quite well though as well, actually. Korra's actually kind of... Hoshiguma got battered, but Korra was actually doing okay. I'm wondering if to switch out Hoshiguma for... Oh, okay, as well. So when... okay, so when they create the clone, I need to get eyes on it as early as possible, right? Because I'm not doing damage. Well, then again, considering we seem to be able to stall for the most part, at least, it's not like the most insane priority, but it would help to get eyes on, otherwise we're not doing anything at all, right? It's melee physical, okay. It's melee. Okay. So I was just thinking maybe Matterhorn, but yeah. I feel like Entelekia might be a good what's he? I like Entelekia might be a good shout, you know.
人たちをいっぺんに護送すればいいってわけね。構わないよ。
Maybe not, I don't know. That's true. I think you had Amir, then everything should fall into place.
Orignium, are you to blame for this battle?
Orignium. Okay. Alright then, chat. Alright then. Let's see if we can make this happen, yeah? Let's see if we can make this happen. I'm thinking... Or maybe we just pull Hugh in a bit deeper. Let's do that. Let's pull Hugh in a bit deeper, actually. Let's bring Bro in a little bit deeper. And then we can still drop the crystal here.
We can't hide your fear.
Monster, 座標についた。
What are you planning?
Just skill, bro.
The fool flaunting his gallantry reaches none with his vanity.
Get Lappy to help him out.
Weapons are
For
right
now.
at your fingertips. Why wait?
Oh, fuck. Should have popped
Not everyone
lazy
is
skill.
able to taste
My bad, my bad, my bad. My bad.
all
My bad, chat. One
bear
paying
the
attention.
burden of defeat.
My bad. Outstream's still looking as well. We're looking alright, guys, considering we're losing a restream today. So, I'm hoping that it's
Picked out your
all
bait yet?
good. Hodora S1. Yeah, I like Hodora, especially obviously tying him in with Wifey here. See him looking good. Sweet, sweet. 2 times curse. Yeah, man. I might have got quite far in the game at E1, but 2 times speed. My brain struggles with it, man. I'm not gonna lie. I was watching when Dead End first started playing. Dude was 2 speeding off the bat. And I was like, okay, alright, bro, alright.
Very well.
Ballsy, ballsy.
Don't. We can't hide your fear.
Thy pleas falleth upon deaf ears.
Monster, 座標についた。
I fucking should have popped the skill too early. Should let him get a bit of extra action on the boxes, shouldn't I? Dumbass. Actual dumbass moment.
良い判断。三元キーツの剣、地味を貫き、一筋の正義が加水を打つ。
We had a Spurg moment, chat. We had a Spurg moment. It's okay. It's alright. It's alright. Let's see how it goes. Okay. We're in now. We're in now.
Look, Yaro, what are you waiting for?
Why did I bring Entelekia? I thought it's a Beyblade action would be quite useful. I thought it would have been anyway. Is it no good against her? We'll reach chapter 15 in 6 months, don't worry.
So long as you no need to panic.
I think you might be asking a bit too much there.
Don't. Nothing can mask the scent of despair.
Quickly, hold oil into a hot sangen keats no ken. Chini o tsilanuki. Hitotsuji no seigi ga
I think you might be
katsui.
asking far too much of me. 6 months? Someone's positive. Okay. Alright. Shit's about to get real. We need somebody over here though as well, don't we? Because we've got a cock block brother. We've got a cock block brother, so maybe we might have to pull Lappy, maybe.
I knew who you were right away.
Oh shit, I wasted a skill because bro's not visible yet, is he? Fucking, I forgot that. My bad. I messed up, chap. I messed up.
I know what nothing can mask the scent of despair.
My second ages to fucking...
最適な布陣を計算し終わった。準備完了。良い判断です。
Patience, friend. Heat control is everything here.
Tough to swallow, huh? sangen keats no ken. Chini o tsilanuki. 私の爪が調子をしてくれるよ。
I know what to sink your corpse into shadow.
This spotlight shines on us.
He's putting in that big boy work. Big boy work.
The show hasn't started, and this place is already such a riot.
Okay. Okay. Hold. Yeah, I should have actually switched him, shouldn't I? Got that box, yeah. It's a good call, actually, that is. Good call.
Don't. Nothing can mask the scent of despair.
Ooh.
通信に接続した。耐えろ。少しチクッとするかもしれない。
Shall I fight it? Shall I fight it deep? Shall I push deep now?
誤解なきを言っとくけど。Deploying.
Oh, that's a bad move. I shouldn't have done that.
This execution is not worth witnessing.
I know what to do. You can't hide your fear.
Your weapons are right at your fingertips. Why wait? No sooner alone.
Oh! Okay. Make mistakes. Oh my god!
Don't. You can't hide.
You never disappoint me, my friends.
I got this. Focus elsewhere.
Okay.
Mission accomplished.
Brother. Brother.
All wounded personnel, please remain calm. The medical
Okay.
team will get to you.
I need to read. I need to read. Man, fucking Matterhorn would kind of like that, but everybody else didn't. Shit. So did I get? Fuck. Really, what we need to do is is it a good idea to fight? Like, because I was thinking, really, could I potentially held out there if I'd have pulled Silver Ash, pulled Silence, redeployed Silence to cover some extra heals, maybe drop Entelekia, bring in Reed, because there's lots of ads, and then maybe we can hold out. You know? Scam boss. Technically we beat the stage, but we don't do 2 stars. We don't do 2 stars, so doesn't count. Does not count. What we got free? What was this? Nice. I feel like Entelekia would slap though. I feel like Entelekia would slap, man. I really do. I feel like sustainability is probably a better choice for us right now.
Any moment. I'll be there.
We have to survive the nuke, don't we? I cleared the stage, but it was I leaked, so don't count. I like this boss though, man. I quite like this. I like it. I've really enjoyed chapter 12. I have. I've loved the story. I think the stage has been decent overall. Damn.
Council for you.
Council for you. Damn. Got all that black ice.
Idiot.
Yeah, that's that black ice, man. It's it can be lethal. It can be lethal, man. You just don't see it. That road looked icy as hell though, so I don't know what bro was doing, man. Alright. Let's go again. Let's go again.
Embark.
Is it cool? What do you mean is in temperatures? It can get cold in the UK sometimes, you know. I think in some places the other day it was like -8 to 12 in some areas. It hasn't felt exceptionally cold this winter. We've had a couple of snowy days. and we had a couple of days where the car iced up. Like this morning, got up, wasn't even iced over. The car wasn't, so wasn't too bad at all.
I'm listening.
You gotta remember as well, we haven't got nuclear option either yet. We haven't got nuclear option, chat. We've still got you know, you can bring in like Eggswool, you can bring in Jacodia, you know. There's options to bring into this stage, but I think we can do this now, if I'm honest. I think we got this, I think, anyway. See, like, yeah, that's why, yeah, I feel like, I don't know, I could just let the first one come in early. Maybe? I don't know. Nah, because then we're getting a lot of dot damage. Nah, I don't know. I don't know, actually. Yeah, he's sick.
I know what nothing can mask the scent of despair. Concentrate.
What are you planning? Fool! For what reason hast thou come?
For what reason hast thou come? Problem's dealing with this little fucker at the end as well, right? It, like, partially makes me think, do we, like, tackle Dematsy early over here and then separate this fight over here to these guys? Do you know what I mean? The only problem is then, it's like, I don't know. I don't know if it's something that we can do over there. But that way then... Nah, I don't know. I think I'm overthinking it.
Support incoming.
So long as you're here, have some hot soup before you go.
Lazy putting in work though, right? Lazy actually putting in work. She's satisfying to use as well, actually. Save the nuclear options for 14-15.
Your weapons are right at your fingertips. Why wait?
I really like the VFX for Lazy as well. She looks so cool, man.
Look, Zaro. I knew who you were right away.
Better watch your step.
To be fair,
Patience, friend. Heat control is everything here. Cold oil into a hot
if we time our
it's just perfect.
if we time our Inez skill, good with the Trilby Ashes, she does a lot of damage to those guys, doesn't she? She really fucking beats on them. She actually just kind of clap cheeks.
I know what. I will sink your corpse into shadow. No one will find it.
This show has so far. I knew who you were right away.
Oh, what what's going on then? Okay. Buddy's in. Buddy's in. Buddy's in. Let's keep these going. They're gonna have to survive the hands.
I know what nothing can mask the scent of despair.
Kind of like the U
Patience, friend. Slow simmer on your sanity.
lazy combo. Goes hard.
地にを貫き、一筋の正義が加水を打つ。
Kind of goes hard. You know. Kind of goes hard, man.
Look, Zaro.
Let's wait for the skill. Let's wait for the skill.
Born playing.
Let's get it detected. Pull these two. Pull silence. Let's get silence back in the game.
Look, Zaro. This spotlight shines on us.
Made up your mind?
Nice one, brother.
No abnormality detected.
Your lives are mine to protect.
Which is a bit dangerous doing this. Okay.
Patience, friend. Slow simmer on low heat. Patience is not often.
You can't hide your fear.
Where do you wish to go? Your lives, now ignited.
ここに天雷ゴーゴー。逃しはしません。I need one. Show me what you've got. 最適な滅ぼし。そして癒す。
Stay calm.
There's a lot of damage. There's a lot of damage. I'm gonna pop a little bit of what's it Vascal on here, then we're gonna pull out.
No one knows my. You stepped into my domain.
I will sink your corpse into shadow.
Pone oil into a hot pot. The heat is just perfect.
I'm prepared. Your lives, now ignited.
They only remember my blade.
Very well.
Deploying.
Shit.
I know what nothing can mask.
滅ぼし。そして癒す。
Come on, you.
What are you planning? The fool flaunting his gallantry reaches none with his vanity.
バンカが魂の皮、彼岸への私。
Slow simmer on low heat. ご来邪念を狂わせ。はっ。
I'm prepared. I am Dublin.
They will cough up some useful information.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Where do you wish to go?
No need to cover up. If secrets go public, then everybody's in the
Boys! Come on, baby!
Medical
Let's
team,
go!
Please take tissue samples from the infected.
Woo!
We need to see the composition
Holy
of
shit!
the infection in this area.
I didn't think we was going to do that easy. Let's, that early. I won't say easy. Let's go, though, man. Let's go. Reed came in clutch. Clutch. Holy shit. GG easy, Reed plus you. Yeah, that was a nice combo, actually. Nice combo. Ooh. Let's go. Actually took longer on the red stage. For real. For real. Like, the red stage cooked me so hard in comparison. Like, so hard. Actually crazy. We'll have to do the story as well. But yeah, this took way longer to do, this did, than this. I'm telling you, man. I'm backwards. Like, legit. The stages that people are like, dude, this is harder, I tend to do better with. And then the stages people are like, bro, this shouldn't be too much of an issue. I'm there struggling like a newborn fucking baby, man. I'm telling you. But obviously, yeah, that's true as well, Flix. It is all dependent. Like, you know, we had some really good units there. You and Lazy put in some heavy lifting, man. Seriously heavy lifting in that stage, right?
Dalmat C had $13 in their wallet and you robbed them.
You know, Casual. Guys, can we get some love in the chat? Casual, thank you very much for the super chat, dude. You're an absolute legend. Appreciate the continued support, my dude. Appreciate the continued support. Legend. Yo, Flix, becoming a member as well. Appreciate the member, dude. Thank you. I felt Lazy was there for nothing though. You reckon? I don't know, man. She was dealing quite well with the little dudes who were getting through. Like, a couple of times we didn't activate her skill, we leaked. Quora just was struggling. To be fair, on at least one of those occasions though, if it had skilled with Quora, she would have been fine. But yeah. Appreciate it, lads. Thank you, Casual. Thank you, Flix. Appreciate the support, man. Just like the simulations, aka GTA. Everyone to map to PSD from H12.4 is way easier in normal mode. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. Like being E1, I just don't think I can do hell stages. I just don't, you know. Read Ultra S2 deals a lot of damage, yeah, especially if there's lots of enemies, right? And that's what I was thinking. I was like, man, we got a lot of ads coming in here. Why not bring Reed in? You know, that's where she shines, right? You know, when you need a lot of healing and there's a lot of enemies coming at you, she's just perfect for it. And so I was just thinking, damage-wise, last stage when we failed, I was like, I don't think we're lacking here. We're fine. It's just that wipeout. We were short on health, right? That was the main thing. So I think coming in with a little bit of extra heals as well. But we did kill a lot quicker there. I think getting Silver Daddy in early as well to start tagging the third clone helped a lot as well, didn't he? Got that little bit of extra damage. You know?
I will never doubt you ever again.
Yo, Claude, thank you very much for the super chat as well, my guy. Appreciate it. Absolute legend. Thank you for the support, guys. Thank you for the support. Yo, I just gotta say as well, what was that? We did it. How many times did we do it yesterday? That's gotta have been like 5 or 6 tries, right? Proper tries, anyway. Super was right. Reed S2 is the highest HPS in this. Yeah, it's really good. It is really good. Like, obviously, it lacks a little bit when there's not many enemies to deal with. She falls short a little bit there. But if you're getting swarmed, you know, it's she's really good for that. Duck Dollar. I like that. Appreciate it though, lads. Thank you very much for the super chats. Thank you very much for the members as well. It means a lot. It really does mean a lot. I enjoyed that. That was a really enjoyable stage, that was. I like the mechanic of that. I quite like it. Ah, you ain't a cheap bitch, dude. I massively appreciate that. Man, if you guys send me a penny, end of the day, it's your money. It's, you know, if you guys think coming to watch my streams, I appreciate, you know, and watch my videos. At the end of the day, taking your time out to just come and watch the streams means a lot to me. Sometimes when you guys go above and beyond and, you know, wanna super chat or wanna become members or whatever, don't matter if it's a buck or $100, man. It's all appreciated, man. You know, it's all appreciated. It's like the thought that counts. Exactly, it's the thought that counts. It is. And I very much appreciate it as well. All right, we follow up with this then. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. I think I might upload both of these clears. I might. This was way more hardcore, actually. This was way more hardcore. I've really enjoyed this stage, though. I've really enjoyed it. It's only been one area. You should have spent free to yap. I'm telling you, we should have, right? Yeah, like imagine, yeah, dude, yeah. I wonder how much of chat's memories. Ooh, definitely, you guys clearing content from years ago when certain units weren't in the game was going to be much harder, right? Much harder. Like, obviously, the stages I want to go back throughout the game to fight without certain units. I want to go back to do JT83 without all PP. Like, that was another one, right? Where, without all PP would have been a much harder fight. But I still believe that I can... Yo, Kathy, thank you very much for becoming a member as well, man. Appreciate it. How are you doing as well, ma'am? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, ma'am. Welcome to the stream. How are you? How are you? Thank you very much for the member as well. Legend. You be choking too, Demansy on the net. Die, bitch. Yeah, like, not even just that. Like, you with, Kathy, man. You with, whatchamacallit? The TP for Trobiasha. Kind of perfect counter, right? You know, let bro push in, wait for him to go attack, and then just suck him off. No homo, you know? I've got a... The thing is as well, for me, I've got like a perfect roster for E1, you know? A perfect roster for E1, really. Like, all my units, for the most part, are just sick at E1, you know? Tragolia, sick at E1. Although I'm trying to use him less, you know? Laffy, I know she's great with you. Them two at E2, but them two at E1, still really good. Ascalon, really good at E1. Monster, really good at E1. All PP, really good at E1. Inez, really good at E1. You know what I mean? Like, I've got a lot of units that, of course, can get more out of them at E2, but you're really not losing too much at E1. Or, well, I say, you are, but they still do a really good job, don't they? Did you watch the 24-hour speedrun? What, somebody playing this, you mean? By the way, Biggs, early access review for Sea of Remnants got... Oh, is there a review for it already? Oh, okay. How long is this? Okay, it's only... Oh, it's from my Win to Lose Gaming. Oh, is it from 5 months ago? You might watch this in a sec. I'm really interested in that game, man. I'm really interested in it. Someone got to chapter 8 in 24 hours. Now that's impressive. That's actually kind of crazy because it's like just material aspect of stuff as well. Material farming as well. So you've got to be doing it really low level, yeah? Yo, Ark, what's going on, dude? Nah, even with old ops back then, it's more easy with the E2 2023 ops than what you did. You reckon? So I don't know. Obviously, I can only go off what you guys say, right? Because I know obviously I've got some units where it's like my roster's good enough now where it's like some people would argue, and I'm not arguing against it because I don't know because I ain't got any E2s, right? And like I say, I E2 damn here when I had to, and I've never used her. I've never used her. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know what the power scaling's like in regards when you go from E1 to E2. So, I've got no frame of reference. So, I just don't know. I can only go off what people tell me, really. Even though some of your units are newer, some of them don't even have their strong skills unlocked at E1. Lappy and Silver Ash, especially. Shut up and read the story, British man. He keeps getting great E1 units. We could never... yeah, man. Yeah. Like... Hold on a second. We're going to get to the story sec.
With a foot in the darkness, the
you know,
light
like...
becomes clearer. You wanna see?
actually crazy. Like the units you got, like you know, like the ones that like really have become major parts of my team. Ascalon, of course. OBB, Monster, Inez. Like really, Inez is like maybe 1 or 2 stages I've took her out, right? And then on the one stage it was because she was forced to be took out. Monster, goated, OBB, goated, Ascalon, you. I just love Lappy anyway. Silence, love her. She is. I can't even think of many stages that I've took Silence out. She's just mainstay of the squad. Mainstay of the squad since pretty much day 1. Do you know what I mean? I'm really starting to like Lazy now as well. I'm really starting to like Lazy actually. Ines will say this useful for most people. They always have her in a squad. She just gets better on E2. Yeah. Yeah. You just personally don't like that. That's fair. Yeah, she's got so much utility. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. She's great at E1. I like Entelekia as well. Like a little bit more, for me at least, a little bit more specialty use case. Most of the time when it comes to Entelekia, it's not like she has been really useful on some stages, but it's less, oh, I really need to pull Entelekia out. It's more, this would be fun if I get Entelekia in. You know, Entelekia is just a fun unit to use for me, especially when you combine it with you. It's a lot of fun, that is. I really think, actually, Entelekia, Lazy, and you together would be enjoyable. And throwing in Tragodia as well. That'd be fucking insane, I feel like. Obviously, Tragodia, it's Tragodia, right? Enough said. Don't even need to say another word about Tragodia, right? Search is one of those units. Definitely would be a lot better at E2. Still, played a part, but doesn't get much use, really. Definitely Calcit as well. Decent for me as well. E1. Yeah, then you just got like, you know, a lot of the old school ones that we still use from time to time. You know, your Crews, your Beagles, your Pine Cones. I've really come to like Meteor as well, actually. Meteor's become a character I'm liking to throw in at the moment. Actually, genuinely been a... Yes, Calcit was insane. Insane for the artillery. Perfect counter. Just brilliant. Like, I really enjoy using Calcit. She's only really got the big gun stages, the artillery stages, and R8. Was it R88 I used her on? Did I use her on R88? No. Yeah, R88 as well. Just came in clutch. Went from being a unit that's just like, it's kind of there, to being like, oh my god, I'm so happy I had this unit. I just sent you a new CN event PV in React Smash. Yeah, I'll have a look. Have I seen a new skin? Whose new skin? Leo. Golden Exua, yeah. And do you know what? I really haven't used Exia much at all. To the point where I'm still not wholly familiar on how best to use her. I really should try and whip her out a little bit more, if I'm honest. I've honestly tried to stop using Tragodia at the moment. Like, he's not off the table, right? He's not off the table. But he's just so cracked, I just kind of don't want to use him too much. Because Tragodia, for me, at the minute, feels a little bit like Wiz. Fun to use. Well, I don't know about Wiz, but Tragodia is really fun to use. And if I need the nuclear option, Bro's coming out, right? Because I'm pulling Bro out before we E2. And some stages, I'll just pull him out. You know, if the stage is not hard and it's just like, yeah, let's just use him for the jokes, you know? I'm going to use him. But for the most part, I just worry that, like, using him too much, I'll end up becoming a bit smooth brain. How do I feel about Tota still? I love Tota. I like Tota. Tota was another clutch we on. The fireworks stages, yeah. Tota was really good for me, wasn't he? I mean, you could load up 12-19 with the Exalt and just see how she trivializes level. Might have a look at that actually in a sec. Since you beat the stage early, how about finishing the chapter and then checking out the 24-hour speedrun video? I could do. Leslie S, who's bad against high defense, unlike Milnar, and the rest of you was short range. Okay, we're having a conversation about the difference between Lazy and Milnar, yeah? Gold is debatably better than Wiz sometimes. Well, yeah, we was talking about this before. I can't compare because I haven't used Wiz, but some people are saying that they reckon that Tragodia might be even more cracked than Wizardel. It seemed like it was a little. Obviously, there's people on either side. So I'm just trying to catch up on chat here. Alright, next prediction. What stage will it be stuck on after this? Even after the story? Fuck that guy. Nah. I suppose he came good in the end, but not because he was being a nice guy, I guess. Yeah. Really? The hardest stage I've had for quite a while is 12-19. 12-19. Yeah, it's just an insane solar, right? It's just an absolutely insane solar, right, Tragodia? Like, the uses of using four is not like, well, it does do decent damage. It's just literally hold somebody where you need to hold them for a while and just keep pinging him over and over, or them over and over again. Clear off what you need to clear off and then try and concentrate on it. It's just almost like an absolute permastall, right? I'd stopped using Wiz because I wasn't engaged with mechanics at all. Yeah, see, that's why I'm glad I was given the advice early on from people that, like, you know, if you do get a wish, just like maybe don't use it right off the bat, because it will make you engage with the mechanics less. And again, some people enjoy that, right? You know, some people enjoy that, just steamrolling content. I don't judge people at all for that. There's no right way to enjoy a game, right? At the end of the day, it's what you have fun with. For me, though, I'm so glad I didn't do that at the start. Now, don't get me wrong, I've got a much better squad now, but pretty much every stage, I can't even think. I'm trying to think of a stage where I haven't had to engage with the mechanic. Now, not saying I haven't got good units, but pretty much every stage I've had to engage with the mechanic. And I've become a much bigger fan of Arknights because of that. I probably would have still had a lot of fun with Arknights, but engaging with the mechanics from the start and really appreciating the game design. Yeah, it's I implore everybody who starts a game, try to stay away from giga crack units at the start, at least. Right, I'm not. At the end of the day, play the game how you want, but at least at the start, just to try and get an idea, you know, just things down like, you know, redeploying, stuff like that, your deployment order priority, which I still fuck up all the time. You know, placements, you know, keeping an eye on your DP, all that sort of stuff, the actual mechanics of the stage, countering them, coming back out of the stage and thinking about it for a second, jiggling your squad around and going back in, kind of thing. And not only that, like, scrap even all that, the satisfaction, do you know what I mean? The satisfaction of clearing a hard stage after a hard fought battle, it's a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun. You know, like, some of the great moments in this game for me, like Patriot, Frost Nova, Skull Shatterer as well, you know? That was a hard fought battle that early on. Obviously Tallulah, R88. You know, these are stages where it was like, and a couple of like, oh fuck, what chapter was it now? Was it chapter 6? Pre-Frost Nova, right? You know, the Ice Throne stages. You know, some of those ones. Some of those ones were difficult. We had to do a lot of playing around on a couple of those stages, actually. I'm particularly thinking about that one stage where we really had to, like, move around our units towards the end. I can't remember which one it was. And it's where, like, you've got the ice drones. I think they'd let out clouds of, like, ice, right? And they'd slow your attack speed and all that sort of stuff down, if I remember. Like, they A couple of those caught me. And I feel like if I'd have just steamrolled through that content, I feel like it would have been a shame. Alright, let's have a look at this stuff you in react about. What's this? Arknights beating in one day. How long is this video? Okay, alright, should we wrap up the story, yeah? And then should we have a look at these? Reverse react in today's stream, yeah? Reverse react. Alright, too. Oh shit, you were saying that though as well. We got the event as well, ain't we? I don't know whether to save the event for tomorrow though and just start the event tomorrow and just try and get it done, because you guys were saying it's not too difficult, so could we do it all in one stream? When if you do eventually E2 Lapple to yeah, dude, like again, I want to at least clear the content, all the story content, or at least get caught up with the content, and then maybe we can E2, maybe. Because I really do want to E2. I really do want to E2. Because there's some seriously cool fucking skills, right? You know? Like just thinking about like Lappy and you together. Like that shit's fucking dope, man. Serta. All these things that I'm kind of missing out on a little bit. Still massively having fun with the game, and probably even more so because I'm E1. Yeah, I would like to dabble in some of those skills, man. I would. Alright, imagine E2ing, right? Could never be me. Could never be me. Yo, guys, if you haven't already as well, sorry I got the hiccups, drop a like on the stream. It's very, very appreciated. That PS3 trivializes some levels on. All PS3 dodging projectiles. Legend for E1ing this much already. The normal levels should be easy. EX boss stages could have some challenge on. Chapter 13 boss does not have flat damage reduction. He has arts, physical reduction. Alright, let's see what the cluster's got to say. What are you looking at? A true king of Sarkaz, Banshee. You're facing Amir. I advise you to carefully consider your actions. And you should do away with the curses in your hands. Relax. They've already won. I'm grateful for our earlier exchanges, Dematsy. I have a clearer understanding of your methods now. The King of Sarkaz couldn't have possibly lost to our clone that had already been fried near to a crisp by a Draco's flames. But we are glad to have experienced something new for the first time in such a long time. It's been ages since we've seen anything that has brought us even a speck of excitement. Be proud of yourself, Banshee. You've convinced us, and we'll be more than happy to keep this new possibility of yours. Though we're still not very optimistic about the direction this possibility is heading. So, when they lose a clone, like, obviously, they are one, almost akin to something like a hive mind, right? And I know there's joint memories and thoughts and everything. It's not it's not literally a one, obviously, because parts of it can die, right, and the rest doesn't. So, is there any semblance of individuality in between the different Damatsis? Do you know what I mean? So, would that cluster, if you will, have feared to get killed? It's kind of it's all right for him to be like, you know, they've won, it's all good. The other guys there just dying like, it's all right for you to say, you prick. But to us, time and patience are two things we have more than plenty of. We will meet again at the next finish line. Where are you going next? We've never gone anywhere on purpose. We merely wander the land. You've mentioned before, Damatsi, that you've pretty much exhausted all possibilities. Yes. But there remains uncharted territory for you. Oh? Everything on this great land is constantly evolving, while you stayed just as you always have been, imitating the fruits of evolution. Yes, you've never gone anywhere, and yet you're already complete. So of course, there can be no progress in something that's already been completed. How persuasively provocative. And what do you suggest? You've already guessed it. What, death? Heralding out deaths? You do live up to your name, Beansy. From death comes new life. Indeed. We've never tried this before. We just bid goodbye to a friend at a place not far from here. She said that she would rather give up living than to let life wash over her. We felt her emotions, we saw her determination. She claimed it was the choice of a coward, but we felt something else. We could barely put it in words then, but now we know that it also took a certain kind of courage. A kind of courage we've never considered before. Well, alright Banshee, we admit it. We've begun looking forward to this. This might be just an innocuous scheme of yours, a clumsy method of ridding yourself of an enemy. But that doesn't matter to us. Or maybe the souls are merely borrowing your voice to provoke us. Need me to help you? How about you leave us with some decency? Though, you ought to sound the death knell for us. You sure are tenacious and a brave bunch. Celebrate your victory. This can't be your full power. What? Are you not entertained? Doctor of Rhodes Island? Or maybe that's unnecessary. Maybe we actually understand you on a level beyond your worst estimates. You also have a clone on Rhodes Island? Relax, Doctor. Your ship's onboarding inspection is not as easy as it seems to slip through. Alright. Goodbye all. What are you planning? What else can we do with our broken body? We've stayed in our original form for long enough. Tiny King of Sarkaz, where will you go next? Where will you bring these people who trust you, follow you, protect you? Will you do as Bulldrocker's T prophesies and enslave everything across all lands? Or will you prove that it is only us who have been bound too deeply by the chains of our history? Evolution, a tricky word indeed, implying inevitable progress, though it may not be. But no matter, you will find your path, and us as well. He dissipated. No, the Demazi won't die. His other more complete and stronger self is probably just around the corner. This is a typical tactic of his, to have the prey let down its guard and then come in for the kill. A bone whistle? How can this be? Logos sees the bone whistle as a lamentable tradition of the Royal Court, and has always refused to sound it as his predecessors have done. This is indeed a bone whistle from the Master of Knells. The Demazi cluster is dying. The elegy has sounded, the bone whistle done wailing. I serve as a witness to a Sarkaz, the Demazi, and his cluster. From death comes new life. It really off itself. What did he was he just like, time to die? You know? A bone whistle? How long has it been since we've had the Lord of Banshees grace our court to sound the bone whistle? The Demazi cluster has died. Fret not. The Demazi has only encountered a minor setback. He'll soon... No. What I mean is, every Demazi fragment is simultaneously decaying. The Demazi dies, and our long-lasting royal court will collapse. How interesting. I think that he himself never imagined that it would end like this. How should I describe it? Split into halves? Or the birth of two new lives? The ancient Demazi no longer exists. And two newborn Demazi have appeared in this world. Oh, okay. So is this kind of like what fucking... What's he called now? Mitosis, is he? Is that what it's called now? Is it in a new cycle then? I went through mitosis. Bro was just like, I completed it. Alright, let's do side quests. Die. Yeah, I've done it all. You know. Anybody got any bleach? So it's two. So are these like lacking the memories and everything? Okay. Makes it look like Calcit's got wings there, that does. Sand in nature is regarded as the final state of all things. No matter how strong a boulder may be, it turns to dust at the end of time. But then again, sand may also hold the possibility of starting a cycle of reincarnation anew. Calcit, your wounds are still healing. Move another inch and I'll tell Shining. I'm already fine for the most part. An old friend might locate us soon. No, I should say a new friend now. I don't want to meet any of your old or new friends. There's good news and bad news. Pick one. Wait. I'm sure I'm tired. Why did I think you would be up for a stupid game? The bad news is... Give me the good news. The bad news is that we didn't find the entrance to the Sarka supply route in Brentwood. There was no underground tunnel at all. There was a passage used for inspections. Wait. You... Huh? I said give me the good news. Shining. I like to hear positive news sometimes as well, Closure. The good news is you managed to get in touch with the doctor? Thank you for your assistance, Duke Windermere. We've managed to re-establish our communication channels. The refugees we brought have all boarded the ship, and they'll be under the Duke of Windermere's protection for the time being. I should be the one thanking you, Rhodes Island. Bro, just like, oh my days, man. Like, I could sim hard for this character, on a real. Not gonna lie. Like, she's insane levels of awesome looking. Like, actually ridiculous. The design is so good. It's so fucking good. So good. I should be the one thanking you, Rhodes Island. You've helped the townspeople of Norportborough escape a disaster. Not all of them, but it's enough. Protecting the people is what we, those who bear the title of Duke, ought to do. And you even saved my daughter. She was just bawling in her room earlier. Mum, I can guess what you've all been through the last couple of days. Delphine, perhaps you have come to a better understanding how those in power should wield authority. Yeah, she's defo a MILF, yeah. If I may be so bold, Your Grace, how are you planning to use your power? After witnessing the fate of the Steam Knights, I'm not sure. I had to make a strategic decision, daughter of Montague. You may call it a plot, and I won't deny that I signed my name on the Steam Knights' orders. But to decide the future of this country is exactly our duty. Duty? Yes, Miss Vina, duty. You understand why I'm addressing you that way? Of course. If you'd excuse us, Your Grace, for now, I would rather be with my friends. As you please. By the way, Pix, what are your thoughts on Calcit as a character after you have experience? So far, because she's still quite a mystery to me, right? I know obviously now that she's been around a long time. She was a big part in causing problems with the Sarkaz, shall we say. I find her very intriguing. I really do. And obviously, because I only know so much, I'm really intrigued by... Like, she gets respect, right? Like, people... Like, it's respect at the same time as fear. And, like, some people got disdain, right? But, she commands... notice from pretty much everybody who's in the know of anything, it seems. Now then, Doctor of Rhodes Island, I believe We can't avoid discussing the object your operator is carrying. I knew it wasn't my imagination. Anyway, it's impossible to ignore her and the sword she's carrying. Delphine told me about your deal with her. Even though there were some twists and turns in between, I'm sure that deal remains valid. Don't tell me you're becoming a supporter of Rhodes Island. Of course. But I promise you that for now, I'll act as if nothing... I thought my OBS disconnected then. I'll act as if nothing happened. We can talk this out slowly when we return to my Demesne. How is that pronounced? Demesne. Abode. Have I played Walk in the Dust yet? No, I haven't. No. I need to. Kaido didn't get on the ship. He left with a bunch of people. And Hannah? She's still in her room and refuses to come out. Let's get her something to eat. She's barely had a decent meal in Norport. Yeah. What are you burning? Spliff? A bunch of drafts? Notes I save for writing inspiration. But I forgot where I dropped my memoir notebook. Siege. You don't need it, do you? You don't need it anymore. Domain. Maybe, I don't know. Sure. Siege. What's... Are you crying? No, I just... Something in my eyes. Heavy tears rolled down Siege's cheeks while Morgan and Dagda are both stunned in their common consensus. Bina has never shed a tear before. On the deck of this high-speed battleship, the Victorian sun is setting slowly. The Victorian sun is still slowly rising, sweeping the haze and evaporating the mist from last night. And this youth called Vina, with her back to the sun, is expressing her emotions without a word. Ash in my eye. Norport will return to her old self. The people are still there after all. We'll get our old lives back, eventually. We just need patience. A little more of it. Vina, the war is going to end, right? Cinema. What a chapter so far. What a fucking chapter, man. You know? Kelsey's a competitive grandma. You know what? I think, like, so far, chapter 8 has kind of had... It's like had everything, right? Stages, epic storyline, big culminations of plot and coming together, and, you know, of course, the Tallulah arc and everything. But, and obviously everything that happened with, Keshe and everything. You know, the big reveals and stuff. Man, chapter 12, though, has been... Like... It's almost as good for me, like in a different way, because it's just, like I say, it's kind of been quite an emotional chapter, man. A draining chapter in regards to, like, the story, if you know what I mean. And I don't mean that in a bad way, just because of, like, how it's represented, the civil war, the... Holy shit, what's this? In Victoria. A catastrophic cloud in the sky has not yet dissipated. Should you take off your gloves, you would be able to feel the Originium dust in the air scratching the palm of your hand. And that's how a king sits atop his throne, casting his eyes across his army. And that's how his army will not be shaken. That's how his army will not show weakness. Is this throne here floating? They passed through the storm beyond injuries and over the carcasses of the compatriots and enemies alike. The Sarkas continue to march until the enemies of the Natsiri king are completely crushed. They have no right to stop. They are war itself. That was a sick image. Here hope dies, all that can be accomplished is desperation, yeah? Your Grace, we've sustained heavy losses. Nearly a third of the high-speed battleships in the Vanguard squadron have been incapacitated. We're trying to turn the situation around. The outlook isn't positive. That violent catastrophe just slammed into our front line all of a sudden. It's very difficult for us to conduct standard operations in these high-density Originium zones, and the exposed active Originium clusters greatly limit the movability of our high-speed battleships. But Sarkaz forces don't seem to be affected much. They don't care at all. Most of them are already infected. Nexera's troops are also fielding some witchcraft contraptions we've never seen before. The chaotic fissures they spawn, they spew out, are tricky to deal with. We're still looking for countermeasures. Hold the line. Have the artillery. Hold on, let me just get this. Artillery in the rear. Lay suppressive fire and open up a gap to the east, because I'm sucking on this tablet. It shall be done, my lord. I love the Duke of Caster's design as well. Like, you know, no mercy for poor Windermere, eh, Duke Wellington? She just bailed out the fleet we sent to claim our plaything, and you're going to repay the favour by driving the Sarkaz onto her turf? I don't remember giving you permission to tap into my communications, Caster. Stiff as always, aren't you? I will remind Windermere to take adequate preparations. After all, we are still Victorians. I know what you are after, old Wellington. You're getting ahead of yourself. Next time, I hope you find a more appropriate manner of exchanging ideas with me. Ooh. Your Grace, you shouldn't continue standing on the deck like this. Though we're a fair distance away from where the catastrophe struck, it just can't be good for your health. This is my duty, Your Royal Highness Ablana. You are always worthy of my trust. Those two siblings have been extremely cautious. This is not the full extent of the Shard's might. They either don't want us to know that they haven't fully mastered the storm's power, or they are waiting for a better opportunity. This storm should have belonged to Victoria alone, but now we'll be the first to face it. I hear the officers murmuring amongst themselves nervously, Your Grace, but you don't seem flustered. If anything, you seem to be rather excited. Indeed, milady, I won't deny it. This battlefield commands fear and respect. When is the last time I faced an enemy like this since Goal's View Vanguard? We've long been ready for this, regardless of whose hands it's in. The storm will only serve to wash away the hesitation and weakness from the Terrans, and it shall temper our young troops. El Banana, I can see him. Nexera King. Let us drop all pretense and face each other in battle. The Terrans will not be stopped here. Our rage is no less than yours. Your Royal Highness Ablana, I shall secure a future for you and the Terran people. My faithful Duke. Very soon, the final chapter will be written. Bro, simping hard. Welcome, Lady Emengard. With your arrival comes the goodwill of the Liches. We will never forget, at the moment the Sarkaz needed unity the most, the Liches chose to leave their library and stand at our side. No need to be so formal, Your Highness. I'm simply an observer. But you still brought us a gift, and the soldiers on the front lines will put it to good use. It is but a trifling trick to play with the fissures. The Lich's mastery of overdimensional space transcends most people's cognition. Naturally, unlike your people who've always been in Kazdel, we Liches are keen on self-preservation, always looking for a place to hide our phylactery. But the Lich's throne has never been removed from the Royal Court's chamber. We appreciate Your Highness's thoughtfulness. I assume you know that Calcit paid me a visit on my way here. She tried hard to convince me not to take your side. The young master of the Elegiac Court is fighting alongside them. I've heard the teachers say before that the Banshee's strength is not to be overlooked. Dame Calcit claimed the war you and the Regent started will only push these lands into irreversible disorder and strife. These things are only temporary. We have no choice but to endure. This is the only way the consensus needed for solidarity can be built. Want to know what the funniest thing is, Your Highness? Your words sound just like hers. You both call for unity. You both tell me that this is the only way to avert the impending calamity. Calcit? Then, why do the two of you stand in opposition? Perhaps because we're both in a hurry. Rest assured, as a messenger of the Lich King's court, I didn't make any promises to Dame Calcit. Just like how I haven't made any promises with you. We Liches are never in a hurry to pick a side for ourselves. Of course. These languishing pains and broken hearts, at long last, they will eventually have a home to return to. Not much longer now. Amia, will you be able to find that path? All quiet under the thunder. End. Fin. Post credits. Damn those officers. They'd rather bring along a tuss-beast than us. Who the hell does he think he is? Back in the days before I got sick, he didn't even dare to look me in the eyes. Damn it. Damn it all, this bloody eripathy. I'd rather go out with those Rhodes Island people's inhibitors and blow up in a cloud of iridium dust over in Norport. At least, I'll be able to give those freeloading bastards a faceful. They get a good taste of what I'm going through too. Huh. That court just gave me an inhibitor too. These bloody pills aren't going to save shit. I'm done for. I can't leave this place. My life isn't worth a damn thing. What was the point of crawling out to Norport? These damn crystals. These damn iridium crystals in my body. Run me through, damn it. Run me through already. The infected citizen angrily scratches at the iridium crystals on his arm, as if crushing them would make everything go back to normal. Severe pain rips through him, and the newly infected person gasps for breath. He's overwhelmed by the pain that had just become familiar to him, and a mixture of tears and sweat rolls down his cheeks. He lies on his back in a patch of mud. Before his eyes, the sun has risen to its zenith. Before he closes his eyes, a strand of pink hair suddenly breaks into vision. This is no place to be sunbathing, sir. The mud's going to get in your clothes. Get away from me. I'm uninfected and might explode any minute now. Huh. If I had to guess, I don't think you've had eripathy for more than a week. Everyone looks just like you the first few days. Shock and denial, pain and guilt, anger and depression. In the end, I have no choice but to accept that they are miserable. They are a miserable, hapless lot. Hell do you know? You're also uninfected. What's so strange about that? You're also uninfected? But you look so... Wait, I've seen you before. Hello, sir. My name is Percival, and I'm the doorman at the Sunset Street Hotel. It's a shame, but it seems you don't have much luggage for me to carry. No, I meant in Norport. Now that is awfully quaint. I was with the mounted police for quite a few years, Miss Percival. I've been involved in a number of cases, some of which involved the infected as well. Huh, I should have thought twice about how I treated them back then. Now I'm one of them. I've heard of an organisation whose activities have reached even the doors of Londinium. If I remember properly, they were called... Percival, what are you doing here? Oh, Red. I found an infected on the side of the road. Must have been one of those people thrown here by the Duke of Windermere. Another one? Truth be told though, Percival, had you not sent out the news that separation sequence between Norport and Londinium was underway, the fate of these infected people might have been even more miserable. I've always been a sharp one, and quite proud of it. Thanks to you figuring it out, you've even managed to hide our comms as a Londinium public broadcast. You should be glad I've had a good habit of turning into the radio. It's not as easy as you make it sound. I had to dismantle the communication station. It was her! Survived another chapter as E1. Yeah. They're a bastardized form of a phylactery. An original one fully removes your soul to store in an object. In a Horcrux, a piece of your soul always remains inside your body. GG's boyfriend trust. It's not as easy as you make it sound. I had to dismantle the communication station in the hotel before I could finally find a place to pass on the news. But Rhodes Island and that Delphine lady did get the short end of the stick as a result. Who exactly are you people? Have you ever heard of a reunion? Reunion? Did you just say... She's in there as well. Whoa, the whole gang's here. Well done, Percival. We've taken in a number of infected persons along the way, and they're doing much better than we initially expected. Red was doing most of the hard work. I've pretty much just been slacking off. And though I don't want to admit it, Rhodes Island also played a big part. Rhodes Island, so they're here too. Reunion. I know what you people have done. What kind of disaster are you trying to invite upon Victoria this time? You have the wrong idea, sir. We are the ones who gathered the debris from the ashes of the previous reunion. But we are no longer what we used to be. We will not abandon the name, nor the sins it carries. We must remember our past mistakes, but must also set once more to prove ourselves to the infected. Set out. The new reunion no longer needs a leader. We've travelled across several countries fighting side by side with the infected peoples who see themselves as our comrades. What exactly are you trying to do? Medicine and compassion cannot help the infected in a way that matters. Solidarity and strength can. Sir, the infected have no country of their own, so the new reunions shall be where they belong. Interested in joining us? Tallulah, what are you looking at? The goat! The lingering catastrophic cloud. Shard has been activated. There's going to be a lot more infected soon. I also have a message for you, Tallulah. I saw a Draco who wielded purple flames. Did you know? Percival, I often find myself thinking these days. Indeed, there's a certain kind of person that seems naturally born to make waves. They will claim to be their catalysts, leaders and creators. In a sense, they tend to find success, but I would never call them winners. I refuse to accept that everything they've made deserves to enter the annals of history. I refuse to accept it. I love Tallulah. Like, I love her design. She's fucking awesome. What a chapter. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it, man. I'm still absolutely loving the game. Still absolutely loving it. Like I say, everybody was like, yeah, man, wait till like chapter 8 and the game starts to get good. I just started enjoying this game off the bat, man. Do you know? Off the bat. It's been a genuine pleasure to play through this game. It really has. Really has. Might be man, I'm not gonna lie, you know. Like Arknights, it's mad because it's a gacha game, right? And usually when I've ranked like gacha games in terms of like what I consider, I never really like add them in with like real games, if you will. I feel like with Arknights, it's like my favourite game of all time, Final Fantasy 9, right? Mass Effect 2, Metal Gear Solid, Dragon Age Origins, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, these are like some of my The Witcher 3, my favourite games ever, right? Arknights is like, it's really up there, man. Like, it's definitely like a game I consider a genuinely great game now. Honestly. And it's wild as well, because it's the gameplay, I'm loving it, like, obviously now. But when I first saw what the gameplay of Arknights was, I was just like, I don't play this mobile trash. This looks whack. Looks shit, you know? I think us waiting, yeah, I suppose having to wait for chapters. That's a good thing of coming in with a live service game a little bit later, right? Obviously, coming in on the ground floor, you get the experience like that, you know, the limited events, the collaborations, all that sort of stuff, and experiencing the game from the get-go. But with a game like this as well, and live service games in general, you get a more complete experience, don't you? Well, I don't want to say more complete, but a consistently, wholly more complete experience in one go. You've just got like, because obviously there's so much content to binge in this game. It's, I suppose that can elevate the experience more, right? Because you can just go on to the next chapter and more experience in the stories. And, oh, let me do this side story and back to the main story. Yeah, Halo as well. Halo is a massive one for me. The lore of Halos. It's such a shame that they've ruined the TV show. I hated what they did with the TV show, trying to create their own lore. Because it's like, Halo's got one of the most insane lores in sci-fi for me. It's awesome. Like, if you go back to like precursors and the pre-humanity and all that sort of stuff, like, it's fucking cool as fuck, man. Obviously, it's a good shooter game, but like, it don't get enough love for its actual universe. Halo doesn't. Yeah, I'm up to... I want to say 3 or 4 on season 2. I've been enjoying it. I didn't know what, like, I like what they've done. I didn't know what to think about, like, I'm not going to spoil it, but with, Kaiser's Legion, Caesar's Legion, with, the last episode. I don't know. But yeah, I've really enjoyed the Fallout show. I think it's been a blast. It's been a blast, man. Wuthering Waves clears Arknights story. That's right, I said it. This guy out of here. Ban him. How's he going anyway, Renegade? Halo lore is really interesting. It's funny how religious people made the best atheist story. It's fucking awesome. I love Halo's universe. Fucking awesome. Mass Effect as well for me. Another amazing sci-fi universe in games. Dragon Age Origins as well. Fuck, that game's good. Such a good game. Alright, what's looking at? Chapter 13. PV, yeah? A whirlpool that is passion. Well, how's the story? I thought it's just a Goonie game trying to hide what it is. For me, Wiwa doesn't have a bad story. I don't think it has a bad story, personally. It has some moments that I think are genuinely good. But, I don't think it has brilliant storytelling. And what I mean by that is that a lot of people will say the storytelling in Wiwa is amazing because it looks visually good, right? But I think it relies on that a lot, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? Like, to me, and it's not, but to me, Wiwa feels like the shonen gacha. Do you know what I mean? It's not, but it feels like that. And that doesn't mean that's bad, right? Yeah. It's got that sort of vibe to it, right? It's like aura moments, which can be awesome, right? Not me either. Like, people get the wrong idea of me. They think I hate it. And obviously, people in my community know I don't. We joke about it, right? I fixate Wuthering Waves. Which I don't. Because I said in my last video when I was talking about Silver Palace, right? Combat in Wuthering Waves, fucking awesome. It really is. I do think, like, character kits and, you know, more restrictiveness, should we say, as the game's gone on. I think that's just probably something that was going to happen anyway. But yeah, combat-wise, visuals, you know, sound quality. There's a lot of good things. A lot of good things about Wuthering Waves. Really good things about Wuthering Waves, right? I just got certain criticism. At the end of the day, you know, not everything can hit, right? Not everything can hit. It doesn't have to, you know. And for me as well, Wuthering Waves can still be an amazing experience without even caring about the story. Just, you know? I think it's... And I see quite a lot of people have come to that conclusion now, who are still Wiwa creators. I've seen a few more of them saying, I'm not that interested in the story anymore. I'm just playing the game. And I'm like, yeah, I get that. I get that. Where for me, I just, you know, been playing other stuff, really. That's all it is. 5 villains still in chapter 15. 5 villains in this chapter. Oh, really? Inflating presentation to storytelling. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. Like, when I see people talking about that, I'm like... I genuinely think I'm like... If that was told in a different way, without the flashy visuals, I feel like a lot of people would have a bit of a different opinion. Because, like, for me, look at Arknights, right? Now, obviously, it wouldn't be able to be translated directly into a 3D thing like Enfield, just because of the word count, right? But let's say if it was, let's say if they could one for one, everything that was there, they had the time, the money, all, you know, all the resources to turn it all into this massive epic, it'd just clear everything. right? Because add this storytelling to that level of presentation as well, it'd be fucking insane, right? Whereas I think with certain other games, I think if you tried to bring them over into this style of storytelling through a visual novel, it'd be like, yeah, this story doesn't hold up really, does it, without all the flashiness, you know? Take away all the bells and whistles, and it's just okay, you know? Happy event is not that important, just yeah, I'm probably going to play it tomorrow. Well, I kind of want to start chapter 13 now as well, man. Do you know what I mean? Do we do the Pepe event tomorrow and then start 13 next week? Properly, in earnest. You know? That's ominous. Might want to do some emergency fishes in Warframe, but I'll always bring some skins to trade primes for. The fuck's that? What barrel? Was it like a store thing or something that pops up? Happy events isn't that hard in my opinion. I'd say never at some point. Should be fast to do. True, true. And I do want to do the event. I do want to do the event. And more easy if I get deep into 13. I may, you know. Right, let's get things started at least. Hold up. Has somebody... Have we got the 13 PV? What's chapter 13's PV? Does somebody want to smack... I'd appreciate it if you would. Slap the PV for 13. Into Discord, guys. Really appreciate that. Hold up, I'm just going to go get myself a drink as well. Need to wet my whistle. Chat, back in a sec. Yeah. Nice one, Leo. I think of the Arc 2, Chapter 13 he's really slept on. We cannot match Chapter 14 since I've really put everything into it as a finale. Chair gaming. It's is this one right? There you go, yeah. Official trial of the Willpower is Passion. The Willpower is Passion. Oh, Gura version. Yeah, let's watch both then. Should we watch both? Hold up. We'll have a look at both.
これが必要な衝突なら仕方ないね。
皆さん、花びらが舞う方向に進
I
ん
like
で
her
ください。
design.
ビクトリアの歩む道は
Damn, Delphine looks awesome there.
何者にも歪めることはできません。
普通のサルカズには憎しみで凝り固まった勝利に身を捧げる以外に選択肢はない。だが本来そうあるべきではないはずだ。俺は絶対に俺たちの自由な未来を諦めない。
OST is so good. Alright. Just gotta ask the skins and stuff here. Alright, let's watch the PV thing. PV, sorry. This one, yeah?
サルカズの歴史とは戦争史そのものだ。なんとも嘆かわしい事実であるが、俺はそれをごまかすつもりはない。
Is that Sanguine Arch then?
だがそれが全てでもない。サルカズも泣き笑い、ささやかな幸せで満たされる。憎しみの連鎖が断ち切りがたくとも。
Bro, for real though, yeah. Arknights anime should have got the sentence to be a hero treatment, shouldn't he? Because of how much content's there, like they should have had the confidence to go in and like have an opening episode be like an hour. Do you know what I mean? And really go fucking hard.
クナイツ新章悪鳥狩竜行くんだ。俺たちは故郷へ。
It's like, I don't know if you guys have watched Sentenced to be a Hero. First episode kind of slaps, man. And they went in with an hour as well, an hour for the first episode, which like shows, you know, confidence in what they're doing, right? And the animation's peaking it as well, especially for modern animators, because you know there's a lot of good-looking modern anime, right? There is. But there's a lot of it that's sleek and lacking a little bit. I really enjoyed it, man. The anime was rushed already. If it did it right, dudes, it deserves, like a world like this deserved it, man. And like with the moments we've had in the story so far, like even obviously the people who played the game would watch it, so it'd be successful like that. But I think people who haven't played Arknights, if they hit the story beats well and animated everything well and covered it a good amount, obviously they're going to have to change certain stuff, of course. I think would have done really, really well, man. Really well. Could have got the one dude, I still haven't watched season 3, man. I think it might be best to. I've seen clips and I'm like, oh my days, what happened? What happened, man? You know, I think back to like fucking things like Patlabor and stuff, man. Like, too many animes, man. Like, why can't we have that sort of shit? Like, there was something special about old school animes, though, in that regard. The senior professor of classics at the Victorian National University, Samuel Seuss, once likened the ample library of Circus Grain to the holy trees upon Londinium's fringes. In these essences of knowledge, these long shadows of history will never fail to find parallels to how we ourselves have gone and how we will go. Recorded are the epics and philosophies, one by one filed away are mythologies and theories. Humble scholars fill page to page with their wisdom and diligence, each laureate poet a bookshelf to themselves. Someday the storm will pass, for hope can never truly die. What is formed of these accounts in ink, that is our civilization in all its pride. Sir Casgrain was a decent gullmate. We debated over many a question through our wall. The wall was perhaps the sole reason our time came to an end without his realising. I was a sarcas. He simply took me as a Victorian, one too mired in introspection at that. I still remember his last words to me before being dragged from that neighbouring cell. In any time of trouble, a proud Victorian need only return there, and the winter of our discontent will once again feel not so endless after all, and the coming of the spring the closest thing. Friend, you need only return there. Your soul? I tried those already. Even the papers are good calfskin stuff. Those books ain't burning. Why call it paper if it's calfskin anyway? Why don't we say writing skin or something? I don't know. Screw us. This fire just ain't happening. We've got all smoke and no warm soup pot. Soup? This stuff's just water with a couple of stems and scraps we tossed in. You know what? This is all their fault. Those sneering royal court shitheads have us out here doing all their hard and dirty work, snatching Londinians across to work their factories across the entire city. They won't even give us a hot bowl of something for the trouble. Captain said we've officially seized Londinium now. Defence forces got disbanded. Let our guys out. Liberia? Well, I'm starting to regret not going with W. Goddamn loony woman. Whatever. Probably wouldn't turn out any better if I did. What are all these books anyway? Could be discount catalogues for all I care. That's what we can hope. Yeah, Leo. Enfield can fund next levels of anime production, right? We can. That could be the new hope, right? The new cope. To be fair, now I want all the money to go back into the game, if I'm honest. Why would some old feline collect this many discount catalogues? What is it with you and questions? Who gives a shit what goes on in a Victorian's head? Still, never seen an old man cry his eyes out like that. Are you watching? Got his embroidered lapel all gunked up with his own snot. Hey, snap out of it. Get me some more books. The fire's about to go out. What are you doing? Reading them? What? Reading? You ain't literate. And all this shit's in Victorian anyway. Well, there's pictures in here too. Where's your picture book? Look at these drawings. There's a feline girl here giving this boy a real slap. What do you think the deal's with these two? Cheating? I'd figure anything more interesting. No, all the other pictures are dull. Just one of these things is a couple of 100 pages. How many books do we have here? And the thinner ones over there. Only put a few words on each line. So you have to keep looking down for the next one. What is it Victorians are writing in these? Do the lands really have that much worth writing books about? This one, and that one. All kept in these beautiful glass cases. They're all different kinds. Here's another possibility. Victorians are so stinking rich, they'll pay to buy their own toilet paper. Ha, maybe. Why don't we have books of our own? They flip through these things so much the edges are curled. Maybe we do. You know, you hear the liches are a bunch of nut jobs who hole themselves up in libraries. No one sees them for years and years. That's how long. Not that my ass cares. Hot soup to drink means more than any of that. Yeah. The days just blend together. These books just blend together. Even if I can't read, I know it. There's never one new thing under the sun. 1,000 years ago, we macheted people to death. Now we've got more efficient weapons. 1,000 years in the future, we're flying through the sky and using, I don't know, clouds and stars to keep on killing and killing. Ooh. You know, put houses on the moons, plant our own food. Maybe we won't have to keep fighting like this in the future. Maybe something even bigger will happen and everyone will stop wanting to be up in arms. Never mind. Let's get the next book burning. Sometimes I wonder if the work I'm doing is just me satisfying myself. Just trying to prove to myself I'm still one of the awake. And the hiccups. What Ina said really keeps me up at night and nothing else. After all, Kaznel's not going to be overflowing with people who can use a printing press. Where's this? Red Wine Senior Editor. Where are we? Are we in Colombia or something? Or is this another part of Victoria? You need to get up to speed ASAP, boy. This isn't the classroom. I'm not obligated to teach you the ropes. You could just run your butt back to the countryside. How many more months is your internship? I'm very sorry, sir. I just wanted to be scrupulous about my writing. Scrupulous? don't want a goddamn catastrophology thesis. I want our circulation beating our union friends at Kowalery Sports. Oh my god, Hypergryph. And I want them beaten hard, 24/7. It's Casimir's. If you're the office workers passing by the newsstand or the Intercity Net News subscribers, is an essay titled Victoria Makes Massive Strides in Catastrophology, going to pry your cash loose? Don't you think the Sarkaz destroy Victoria? Don't you think Sarkaz destroy Victoria is a little, you know, for a headline? You think our readers want the truth? Even the Central Journal's top tier subscribers aren't asking for the truth. You need to spoon feed them worry, fear, feelings of superiority, slightly leading emotional appeals followed by hard verdicts, and then they'll want more. Then they'll pluck cash out of their pockets. Then you'll guarantee your goddamn job. Who is it? You know, time it is, right? What? How long ago did that new courier truck leave without plates? Half an hour ago? Is there some kind of breaking news from Victoria? No, you idiot. Move. We're going to the printers now. They should still be on shift. We can still make it. I'll give the chief editor a call. You've write me a new lead article ASAP. Front page material. On what? My informant says Viviana the Candle Night Nova nightclub Long AWOL. She's formally announcing retirement tomorrow. Quick. We need to be the first body in all of Casimir's to report on this. Or to prove to the GCC just which rose paper editorial really matters most. Then what about Victoria and the Shard? Cares, boy. A million things a day happen on Terra. And we only need the most meaningful scoops out of them all. Remember that. Call a cab already. Okay. Come to mention, sir, there'd always been unlicensed devils around here running their own taxis. Have you not noticed them kind of vanish lately? Average media, right? Clickbait titles. I should become a CC. The history of Sarkaz is the history of war itself. It is a lamentable fact. One I am loyal to. Yet still I attempt to prove to them that, slaughter aside, there are events about us worth being remembered, reflected on. Upon this land, there was an event that had the look to be written off. Assiduously, those can be counted on one's fingers. And yet, even if I record these past affairs, this isn't what we agreed on. No stock means no stock, Toner. What you see is what you get. All Originium explosives are sold out. And the weapons I ordered? Are you expecting us to walk into that cave teeming with Originium slugs and giant gloom pincers and heaven knows what other monsters and just tackle them with their bare hands? That's your problem to deal with, not mine. Listen here. You've been cruising the entire black market for the last 3 weeks and managed to get what? Half a dozen weapons? Less? What mercenary squad could possibly snatch everything up? Are they insane? Even Solar Valley Industries couldn't possibly buy this much. Was it Lord Amir? So which sad sack Lord Amir got ripped off this time? I want a hint. We'll divert all around. No. Lord Amir. They were such a mystery, I couldn't say. It was probably Pasha, not just one. It might even be. The hell are you feeding me? Pasha's on a shopping spree at the black market, and more than one? It's impossible. They have their own channels and multiple buying weapons in the huge bulk. Do you know what that even entails? All I've got is a blind guess. They went through several layers of middlemen and used some foreign firms to keep their hands extra clean. Every purchase happened to be some quantity that wouldn't raise suspicion. So if someone called coincidence, it might just pass. But who in Sargon could even... Oh, we're in Sargon. Who in Sargon could ever monopolise all this so perfectly? Man, we're going global? Mr. Worldwide? Hey, buddy. Got my rides and supplies sorted? Hey, 4 cars, rations, water, tents, all good to go. Good. Here's the cash. When the hell did Spacey get that wealthy? No. I hear he and his band of mercs are planning to ditch Sargon. They rustled up all the money they have to head someplace else. Colombia, probably, or Victoria. A lot more devil mercs career changing than usual. I feel like... What for? Don't all of Spacey's relatives live in Sargon? Does he not care about his old baba with your broken leg? See, like, you know, as well, I'd like to see, because I know, like, ZZZ does it. It looks like NTE are going to do a little bit of it as well, right? I am totally cool, and I think some devs are worried about doing it potentially because people are like, because I think if you give, and what I mean is, what I'm going to say, let me get it out. I'd like to see in games like Enfield, because how ZZZ does it, how you can have like comic book scenes as well, and almost visual novel stuff as well. So if you want to like go a little bit grand, but you're like, oh man, we can't do the voice acting and the animation, or we can do a bit of the voice acting but not the animation. Have these sort of scenes to expand stories, you know, so you can have multiple moving parts. So like you still get the scope. You have obviously the production value as well for the major parts of it, but you know, we can have moments like this because I like the ZZZ does that. I'd like to see more games do that as well. So we can have the more avant-garde story, as High Mouse said it, in something like Enfield, but you could still have a little bit in between, a little bit of that scope, but have it done through this sort of storytelling. But I suppose a lot of them would probably be worried that, you know, when somebody's used to watching top tier cutscenes and they come to comic book type scenes, maybe that maybe not even voiced, they'd be like, oh fuck, I ain't reading, you know. So maybe it'd be a bit too jarring for players. Maybe Enfield needs a grander scope, more civilization. Just feels like a small colony at the moment, which makes sense to start off with, and it's sort that maybe like we could move into with Enfield, right? If we do, who knows what the story's going to be, right? Who knows what the story's going to be in Enfield in terms of like the grand scheme 2 or 3 years down the line, and it becomes something that's potentially interplanetary. Who the fuck knows? And it'd be really cool that we could have, I don't know what the story's gonna be like, you know, if it did flick back to Terror or whatever, and they just were like, we'll do it like this. We'll have sections of the game where this is how the story's told, so we can do that, so we can have that fluff, that extra bit, like, you know. I'd love to see something like that happen, and not even just Enfield, just other games, so we can have that sort of like, because we're going international, right? We're moving around in multiple areas now, where obviously that requires like creating a whole bunch of new assets for potentially something that's a throwaway scene. I don't know if this area is going to be throwaway, but you know what I mean? Throwaway scene. Don't want to animate it all. All right, just do a little comic scene for it. Have some text. Don't need to write it. Boom. Back to the fucking 3D animated stuff. What for? Don't all of the Space's relatives live in Sargon? Does he not care about his old baba with the broken leg? Who knows? I've never been able to make heads or tails of how these devils think. Maybe they're just sick enough of the desert and rainforest they want to switch up their surroundings now. That'd be the best case. It's been like this recently. Things just getting weird levels of complicated. Left and right makes no sense at all. No sense to me at all. Damn it. The only thing my grandpa ever had to figure out was which lepery beast Shorthorn ran the slowest and made the best dinner for us. They didn't hit this many setbacks in their time, did they? Could be us rural Sargon people just feel it coming. Just like a short horn, once it gets intense, it'll knock you flat. White screen, black text. Even if I write off the... That's what you probably get right. Like, I wouldn't want the black screen, white text constantly to write those screens, which is ironic because we've got that right now. But I think you would probably get that. People that you get people from communities going, what the fuck is this laziness? They just got like artwork and text on the screen, like, when it's like, you know, think about it. Think about it. Even if I write off these, write of our dialects and our recipes, of peasant wives, songs of a chief courier's great drunken boasts of romance in the trenches of graffiti in the ruins. These things, in the face of our suffering, pale beyond mention. They are reduced even to an irony of sorts, seeming to inform my readers, if I even have any, that we be best served using violence to wrest them back. That was never my intent. Even so, I have no right to be serving you my verdict. Yeah, Hein Shell. Yeah, well, they said, didn't they? Like, they even said if you want like an incredibly wordy experience, Arknights is for you. This is going to be a little bit more of an avant-garde, I think a more focused, you know, trimming of the fat kind of story, if you will. But like, as I say, when I talk about these sort of scenes, I don't even specifically just mean for Arknights Enfield. Now, I feel like there's a lot of people who come from Arknights wouldn't mind those scenes. I suppose it'd be jarring for a lot of players, but I'd just like to see it in some other games where it's like, they're like, oh, we've got this cool idea where we need this big scope, but we really don't have the resources, the money, or the time to animate all of this. I'd rather get that through this kind of storytelling or like the comic book thinking ZZZ than just not get it at all. So I like the way ZZZ does that sort of stuff. I'd like to see more games play around with the different formats of storytelling, because I think it's interesting. I like it when you have full-on 3D cutscenes, go into voice-acted comic book, sometimes L2D comic book to static comic books, and then into full-on visual novel stuff. I'd like games to just play around with it a bit more. It's, you know, sog on these nuts. It adds a little bit of variety to the storytelling, doesn't it? Or the vehicle of the storytelling. That messenger should be here by now. Did some fanciful girl steal his heart on the way again? I've had enough of these tardy excuses by now. Isn't there anyone who can drill into his head how much this job matters? Arknights with his child soldier suffering from rock cancer. Too dark? What? Behatted person. Oh. He won't be coming. Postal messenger Arthur Morrison is dead. Dead? Executed on grounds of treason. Treason? Who in the land are you? I'm doing my job. Cooperate and you'll make both our lives a lot easier. Tell me what you know about Arthur Morrison, please. I hardly knew him. Really? Just as he was the only postal messenger around who'd made the run to Londinium. My own daughter goes to university there, so him and I only exchanged the odd word. He was a treasonist? Was he taking Sarkar's help? A girl wrote to me how Londinium's been littered with them lately. That wretch. I knew he was a scoundrel at the first moment. Trust him to gang up with the devils. He got what he deserved. No. Our comprehension is that Arthur Morrison served Ursus. Ursus? What? And you? Were his co-worker? Mr. Wesley Rowett? What? Ha ha ha. Sir, surely you must be joking. I'm a feline born and bred. I've been planting potatoes here all my life. I couldn't speak you a word of Ursine. There must be some misunderstanding there. Here. I know potatoes couldn't afford your daughter's tuition at the Victoria National University. Bro just legged it. Ugh. If you insist on being stubborn, I can free you of your other arm too. Damn. Don't waste my time. No resistance of yours is meaningful. So, the rumours were true. Ursus was right. Londinium's been occupied for the past month. I haven't gotten a single word from the place. Not even the tiniest hearsay. Are we going back a little bit here? Those goddamn Sarkars. They disgrace us. They murder us. They enslave us. And you self-professed protectors of Victoria, what have you done? Don't you have anyone in Londinium? A dear friend, a father, a mother, a child? Of course, you're bigger than that. You get to pull them out safe. Yes, you do. Us peasants class? No. We thought we could send our children to great old Londinium, to the heart of Victoria, where surely they grow beyond our wildest expectations. And now? The labourers to the Sarkars, slaves to them, in our own country's capital. Those devils are turning Victoria tempest on Victoria itself, and you people are just letting it happen. You could never hope to grasp Victoria's motives with your shallow insight. All you need to do is take me to your intel exchange. As if I would... Excuse me. An ashen lance burst forth from his body. The man facing him thrusts his hands out in an attempt to allay the fear of his chest being run through. His hands, the instant they touched that deep impurity, are warped and withered. What the fuck? From afar comes a racked breath, spine-chilling. It's me. Catches flowers bloom for spring. Tells all comms. If I haven't initiated contact again in 15 minutes, abandon this town immediately. May I have the strength not to drown in the flower's scent. In the height of midsummer, he exhales frigid mist. He cannot cower. He cannot shrink. He must establish communications with the opposite side. In Victoria's name. Where is it? Precis. 11:29. 1. Cold word. He must not look back. They must not catch sight of each other. He only hopes his adversary is full aware to abide by the rules of this little game. He can tether a beast, but not a poltergeist. Snowflakes whirls about, jet black sinking into the soil of Victoria. A long, slender shadow stretches out from underfoot. He knows it's right behind him. How close, his heart pounds like thunder. Black breaths clamour at his back. All around him, dead silence. Is it the Sanguine Arch? I need an explanation. Oh, it's an Emperor's Blade. 93 cold word. Gaulish, this operation has not received royal assent. We will not pardon any breach of authority. The treasonists have all been executed over. Understood. We've never met before. What is going on? He's gone. Sir, Trilby Asher, a surveillance picked up. Your surveillance picked up nothing. Is that Trilby Asher? The Trilby Asher, or just one of the Trilby Ashers? The fact he could enter and leave us alive, that declares where Victorian Ursa stand. All this needs to be reported directly to the Duke. Wesley Rowett was cornered and took his own life. The mission is over. Seems to me like the armies and the Emperor aren't on the same page. Any action we take could succeed in bringing about their conciliation. They haven't settled on our plans yet, but the Empire, their fear that will make their decision for them. Tell me, has my work fallen among the firewood too? Are all Sarkaz's lives, save for being lit aflame, devoid of any meaning? Then why do I still insist on recording? Why do I still insist on writing? Because while my history of war recounts our destruction time and time again, it is my wish to leave the song of every soldier after the fighting is over as they turn their gazes to yonder Casdell. Trilby Asher, I think. I'm all speaking like, you know, the one we were dealing with. Because they are like a group of agents, right? The Trilby Ashers. 2 hours 7, 3 cars, 15 plus riders. They've been following us forever, but they're staying wary. Following this entire time, just following. Why not tell W to hang a U-turn? Maybe they'll be happy to say hi. You could get some free Londinium souvenirs. What I mean? Souvenirs? Inside that giant ball of arts they're hand-shaping. I'm treasuring the last few close shaves just fine, thanks. The way these mercs are working doesn't add up. Especially the way they're hunting us. No, not hunting. They're driving us off. They want us away from Londinium. Oh, our high and mighty General Manfred sparing alive. Isn't that sweet of him? You sure too didn't swear a blood oath? Want to take his kind advice? Scoot back to Castle and teach some slum kiddos how to read? My point is, who let you into the military commission's dungeon? You were going walkies outside of Londinium walls by the time I picked you up. My cell was left unguarded for a while. I thought it was a trap at first, but now I think I'm something worse. I'm in something worse. Sure, he can be a roundabout with me, hinting for me to go resolve some pain in the ass. Hinting for me to go resolve some pain in the ass affair, but I think I'd prefer just him killing me. Then, that would have been easier. Not to mention, we still aren't sure what pain in the ass we're even solving, and don't bother with it. W, can you speed up a little? It's time we said goodbye to this clingy convoy of send-offs. Yeah, my second hander here is not going to stand up to much abuse. Good news, though. We just hit a minefield. Paid half an hour earlier by yours personally. Now, butts in seats. Two steps ahead, W is, man. This looks to me like you're just fording Bomb River. I left them in the biggest share, I promise. Stop the car once we circle that forest ahead. From there, we'll get off and proceed on foot. Vehicle's too large of a target, and they'd catch up sooner or later anyway. Here's hoping you do remember where you buried every mine, W. Is that why they're speaking Gaulish? I was wondering why. That's why, that makes sense. That makes sense. I like to compare it to Alpha Legion in Warhammer. Everyone is Alpharius. Well, hooray for us. We're all in one piece. How's that? I did remember. Well, a couple went off, but, you know, what was the term? Tectonic movement did it. They haven't caught up. I think we've successfully thrown them off. We need more information. Ideally, we rendezvous with Rhodes Island ASAP. Ascalon and the Doctor are on the Windermere's warship right now. There's a few things I'm very uneasy about. What did you see? It's just intuition. The less I see any problem, the more uneasy I am. You guys met this Doctor, and now they're Rhodes Island's Doctor. I can't give you the full verdict yet, but there's no doubt that, in a sense, the Doctor has weakened. I don't mean that in any negative way, but maybe it's not a weak Doctor we need so much right now. You sure? Who knows if some Rhodes op will remember some random thing that happened in Chernobog, and just like that, I get a knife planted in my back. Are you really skeptical as you'd like to tell us, W? Hard to say. There's an old hag kind of keeping me at arm's length from their beloved Doctor. W, you spent plenty of time walking this battlefield. Any ideas? I've just prodded this way and that like some bug. Can't even organise a sensible military op. So all I do is sit in my front row seat and spectate the most magical city siege modern society has to offer. Chaos. Sometimes I even have to wonder at this point, is anyone actually conducting this battle? The Royal Court's legions couldn't work together to save their lives, and who gives a shit about all the small fry courts scuttling in from four corners to try and live their dreams of Victorian vengeance? But the ultimate mastermind here is Theresis, so this chaos has to be being planned down to the last detail. He wasn't juggling some strategic lollapalooza, he just set the stage. And now he's waiting. As for what he's waiting for, I don't want to guess. We can't just go brain dumb and reach out to the Doctor or Cal Sit, hoping they'll give us orders. We suffered enough with Babel. We need to seize the initiative. There's a source of info that might be more open to us than ever in our current position. What position? The pathetic little creepy crawlies? Essentially, Sarkas. Right, and just one on the off chance. Have either of you heard of any method to kill a lich? Dr. Slander out of nowhere. Okay. Interested to have a look. Let's have a look at the stage. Okay. Music goes hard. Music goes hard. Yeah, let's watch a vid because we can. I want to start this properly from a stream. I want to get a thumbnail and start a stream and get into chapter 13 properly. All right, let's have a look at this video then. This speedrun video that you guys are talking about. This one. Is it this one? The man that has beaten Arknights in one day. Well, kinda.
Arknights. One of the first...
Okay. Alright then, considering we just completed chapter 12, let's check out this then. This has been something that people have mentioned a few times in my Discord and in chat. Let's watch it now then, shall we? The man that has beaten Arknights in one day. Well, kinda. Which is crazy to think of. Insane when I just think of like material farming and all that. So, I guess, let's see what this is all about then. Let's drop a preemptive like. And this is from Sethith. Let's see what's in this video then, man. I'm interested. I'm intrigued.
Arknights, one of the first gacha games to ever touch the tower defense genre. In this game, the strategy is way more important than the units that you have. To prove this, many content creators and people have a challenge account where they challenge themselves to make the game even harder for themselves. Some challenges are incredibly difficult, while some are easy. Usually in those kind of challenges,
I like it how a lot of people have secondary accounts for the challenge. A lot of people's like that to me. And don't get me wrong, we have a lot better of an account now to do what we're doing. But I like maxed sanity lost in. I was just like, fuck it. Let's do it out the gate on our main account as a new player. Why not? Kind of stupid when you think about it. People know.
Ban yourself a certain group of operators to make it more difficult for you. If
I
you
do
have
still
such
want to
an
do this
account,
stuff though.
most
I
of
do
the
want to do
time,
this.
You have to spend
like,
weeks.
I want to go back. I want to do particular hard stages with some particular challenges. We talked about like story stuff, lore stuff like that. I do want to do maybe some faction stuff if I've got enough characters to be able to do it. Some 4-star stuff. Like I do really want to try some niche night stuff out, man. I think it'll be a lot of fun. When I look at this sort of stuff, I'm like, yeah, I want to have a go at that. I want to see if I can do it.
Months or even years to max out everything the account has. And obviously not everyone is a fan of that. But there is another way to challenge yourself. And that is racing against time. The person that took this to his heart is Hinabu.
But
Hinabu
obviously,
is one of the most...
I know this might sound like stupid. It's got to be purely just skipping all story, just stage, back to back, right?
well-known speedrunner in the Yen community and also in the JP community. His dedication goes beyond everything I have seen so far. He is mostly known for his incredible CC runs. He creates a new account, and in one day with that new account, he beat that CC Risk 18. The most recent one we had, CC7. He also did run on this. It took him with a new account Risk 18 first week, not even 6 hours to beat Risk 18 with that account.
Yosh. Yosh. 危なかった。
Is that fucking...
Damn,
man. Less than 6 hours.
やりました。ああ。いやー。ありがとうございます。
But his previous achievements is not something that is relevant in this video, because this is the story of a man that has beaten Arknights in one day.
Kinda. This stage, man. This took a couple of tries. This stage did.
Because he's the first person to ever attempt this, he was able to create the rules by himself. And the rules he made were, you have to start from a new account. Brand support is not allowed. Spending money is also not allowed. But the one thing that is allowed is having leaks. I personally don't know why he allowed leaks, but decided to ban friend support units, because...
I was like, yeah. I done that is because, like, at that point, it's like, I would think, you know, it's arbitrary, like, well, why not? Yeah, definitely, having leaks makes a big difference. Still incredibly impressive. Not fucking trying to take away from this at all, but like that is a game changer, actual game changer.
I feel like clearing everything without any leaks, but allowing friend support units would make things a lot easier. So I assume this is just another sign of his incredible dedication.
Suppose, yeah.
23rd of January, he started his stream, knowing that this is not gonna be easy. Obviously, you can't beat something that is so incredibly hard without any preparations. He was aware that he needs certain units to make this possible.
Okay.
You can guess now what those units were. Exia, Blaze, Surtur, Chalter. No, none of all these. The only gacha operators that he needs to make this run happen are Chitano, Cardigan, Spot, Midnight, Catapult, and Myrtle. There are only 2 4-stars, and there are no 5-star beside Anya, and no 6-star in the team.
Okay.
So it was time for rerolling.
Kind of
In his
insane.
first attempt, he didn't get a Chitano nor Myrtle, so it was obvious he has to restart. In his third try, he was incredibly lucky. Out of the 6 gacha-only characters, there was only 1 he didn't get, and that was Catapult, a 3-star. Which meant this is gonna be the account. Throughout
That's pretty
the entire
lucky.
run, you will see at the bottom left corner the level of the units, the E1 level, and also the skill level of the units he uses. On the bottom right side, you will be able to see the doctor level he has, and at the top right, you will see the timestamps when he cleared what. And with that, the challenge was on. He started breezing through chapter 0 without any fails, and chapter 1 as well. The first 2 chapters were cleared in 1 hour and 6 minutes. This is faster than I was able to clear it when I tried to speedrun it as fast as possible. This already shows how much experience Hinabu has with new account speedruns. After this, Hinabu decided it's the best to farm the LS stages now, and he managed to clear LS1 and LS2. But LS3 was the first stage that gave him trouble. Hinabu came to the conclusion that it's better to farm LS2 where he already has a safe auto run instead of trying to beat LS3, which is not even guaranteed to be auto if he's able to clear it. By farming LS2, he is able to get some XP chips. Since their entire squad are low tier operators, it's necessary that they get a high level.
With the time limit as well, in what you're going to be able to farm is going to be massively reduced, right?
After that, Hinabu focuses on finishing little side quests. In the early game, you get a ton of materials by doing that. After collecting some of them, his next goal is to clear LS4. And the best way to do this is start with chapter 2, where he gets even more rewards to level his squad. Usually at chapter 2, you can clearly see the difference between the players that are doing this for the first time and players that have never done new account speedruns. This is where the most people start struggling, but not Hinabu. The first few stages were no problem for him, and after TR 12, he decided it's time once more to try LS3. And well, look at this. This time, he was more successful. Hinabu grinded LS3 for about 10 minutes, and then randomly decided to beat CE3, and that in an instance. First try, after that, back to LS3. Now the grind was on. LS3, 1.7, and all different kind of places. He was farming as good as he can.
Rocks.
Just to ensure that he can beat
Farm
LS4.
rocks.
He was also doing recruitment in the meantime. And this way, he finally got the last operator he needed.
Nice.
He
You
got
quite
and after 2 hours and 30
lucky then, didn't
minutes,
he?
it finally happened. He was able to clear LS4, and with that, he had his main farming spot. Now what do you think? How long did he farm LS4? 20 minutes? 30 minutes? No. He farmed LS4 for the next 2 hours. While Hinabu is clearing chapter 2 with ease, let me explain you why Hinabu chose to bring 3 and 4 stars to the battle instead of 5 and 6 stars. If you look at a 3-star operator and compare the difference in resources they need to level them,
makes sense.
You can see a clear difference. How much more you would have to farm.
Makes sense, because that's the thing I'm thinking. Just like material acquisition in such a short period of time would just be insane. So going with some lower rarity, it makes sense, right?
To get a 6-star operator to the same level than a 3-star operator. And because the time is limited, bringing 5 and 6 stars is just not an option if you really want to be quick. That is why it is so important that you make preparations beforehand, that you know which units you want and need for your strategies. Now with that, Hinabu managed to clear chapter 2. And guess what? He's going back to farming LS4. And that again for another 2 hours. And with that,
Damn,
level
man.
25 has been reached.
The clear QOL now, the auto clear QOL now would have been a godsend.
Next up was 3.4
Right.
and 4.10. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, nothing really noteworthy happened. Hinabu managed to literally crush Chapter 3. There were no fails, beside one fail in 3.8. The same thing goes for Chapter 4. Beside the additional 3 hours grind he did. In Chapter 4, he never really struggled until the Frost Nova stage. The problem with our little Frost Bunny is, the entire stage is an RNG fest,
Yeah.
depending on your strategy.
I was going to say this at the start when I saw him on this stage. I was thinking, ooh, this is a stage that can cook you in a sense, especially if you're on a time constraint purely based on the RNG of which tiles get destroyed. It can just destroy the run rate, especially if you're using weaker units. And obviously at this point then, you know, being E1 still, my roster was a lot weaker then. And a couple of runs were literally just destroyed by that, by being like, fuck, I'm totally cock blocked from these tiles here. So I can imagine this stage actually being a potential roadblock in regards to time.
Hinabu's first run looked rather promising until the moment Frostnova blocked the tile for Malemfa. After thinking about it for a bit, he chose to abandon this try and go with another one. In the next one, he did early on a little oopsie, so he had to restart again. And now was time for the third try. This time, RNG was a little bit kinder to him. Frostnova luckily didn't block a single tile he needed. And
Yeah,
that
you just
kept the
praying.
door open to
You're
use
just
Malemfa.
praying on this stage, and you
there's
please don't
only
hit that one
thing
tile.
left to do to beat this stage. And that is activate the Malemfa's skill. And with that, Frostnova has been erased from the map and the stage is
GG.
cleared. And now it's once more time for Hinabu's favorite stage, LS4. For about an hour, Hinabu grinded LMD, XP chips, skill summaries and all kinds of stuff to make his squad ready for Chapter 5. 5.1 is the stage that ended my run, when I did my 24-hour stream in Arknights how far I can go. And
Holy
Hinabu
fuck.
managed to reach this in 12 hours and 20 minutes. 5.2 didn't pose any challenge to him, but the commonly known hard stage 5.3 did. After one failed attempt, he chose that the best thing is that he can do is level his operator just a little bit more. And for that, he beat and cleared CE5 and grinded on the stage. And after those minor upgrades, it was enough to beat 5.3. He managed to clear
Frostnova's the
every
first all you it's a new
first
player.
try.
Or more like a garden fence. Skull Shatterer took me a couple of tries actually. Did take me a couple of tries. Yeah. Can't remember how many tries now actually. I know I was only for a little bit.
Until 5.7. This stage was the hardest for him yet. He never failed.
This is the one I was talking about earlier. This is, you know, when I was talking about stages, when I was on about like moments in the game where I'd really had to like rethink what I was doing. This was the stage I was talking about. This was the one that like it was that last bit trying to stop that one drone. Like it was a bitch, man. This genuinely was a little bit of a roadblock for me. This stage was.
It was the hardest for him yet. He never failed a stage as many times as this one. After a heartbreaking try where he almost cleared it, he was able to pull off an insanely clean
That last
run
drone, man, he kept
without
fucking me.
any mistakes. And that way the annoying 5.7 stage has been cleared. With 5.3 and 5.7 out of the way, the hardest stages in Chapter 5 have been cleared. And now only Mephisto and Faust remain. And oh boy was this a fight. Hinabu had many extremely close calls. For example here with one
These big guys stunning your units, yeah.
league, Faust barely having any HP, just went out of the range of Amiya. He decided to not continue this run, even though I believe it would have been possible to beat it. After this close call, another 2 attempts and they finally managed to get this run.
Fair play. This was a cool stage as well. This was a cool stage run. I enjoyed this. Took me a moment to get to grips with, bro. Really did. This was like when it first started to, for me, to be like how important getting those last units down, you know, to to take the hits and to take the hits off other units to keep particular units alive. To be willing to let units kind of become sacrificial lambs to make sure other units stay on field.
With Mephisto and Force Beat,
Cruise the goat, man.
Now
Cruise the
time.
goat. Yeah, deployment order matters a lot. Like, that's one thing I am still terrible with is my deployment order. Like sometimes I get it down to a T, but I'm just so inconsistent with it.
To go back to the legend.
But like that's where you're starting to get into the game where it is starting to learn that. It's like, look, man, you need to be on top of this. Otherwise, you're going to find things a lot more difficult than you would otherwise.
Stage of CE5. This is now a good time to explain you guys how Hinabu is able to farm through the entire day without having to spend any money. Usually when you do a run like this, you will get a lot of irregular primes, and you don't use the primes for pulls. You solely use them to do sanity refreshes. And this way you shouldn't run out of sanity. And if you do, you just go back to old stages and clear the challenge mode of them. And this way you will always have enough for Igna Prime. Another thing to do is beating Annihilation. If you get to 400 kills, you get a lot of materials that are really helpful, that boost your progress immense. But getting 400 kills in Annihilation 2 with an account that is barely 15 hours old is certainly no easy task, but for Hinabu it was. He was actually able to beat it in his very first try, all 400 kills.
Fair play.
After collecting the juicy materials that he got from beating Annihilation 2, he was ready to take on Chapter 6. This chapter has exactly 3 really difficult stages, 6.5, 6.11, and the last...
Yeah, speaking of new accounts, I guess, what's his name? Shah, live. Reldon shared it in the Discord yesterday, and I asked everybody to check it out, because I was watching the football, I couldn't watch. How was the new experience going? Because new doctor, right? New player.
Stage with Frostnova, 6.16. Hinabu managed to beat the first stages before 6.5 without any leaks nor fails. On 6.5 though, he made a small mistake, and it lost him 1 try, but he was able to beat it on the second. Once again, no fails until 6.11, but this stage is known for being extremely hard and annoying.
Ooh, despite... You know what? It took me a couple of times, but I don't ever remember this being a massive roadblock for me. It definitely a stage where it was like, okay, game's starting to definitely step things up now. Game is definitely starting to step things up now. But yeah, this one I don't remember being a major roadblock for me.
And so it was for him. He failed many times on 6.11. Some attempts were close, while some were maybe not so much. But to be honest, it's understandable. I personally believe 6.11 is one of the hardest stages throughout the entire story. I heard of many players that also got stuck there.
Was it because of Lappy? Yeah, standard Lappy is great for it, right, with the silence.
16 hours old account doesn't make it easier. Hinabu started his run with Myrtle and Cruz. This way he was able to kill 1 spider to place down Fang. Next up was Midnight. He is the perfect unit to support Fang, but also able to hold the lane by himself. While this is happening, he's using 12F to get rid of the remaining spiders. With the help of Melantha and some healers, she was able to take down 1 caster.
50 minutes on TRS2. What about the infamous one? What about 15? He's got Wishadel. Oh shit, okay. Story Skipper. Oh my god.
And now only 1 was left. But 1 cast alone doesn't deal enough damage to kill 1 unit. And now with that, he is set to place everything he needs to beat the stage. Fang and Midnight got taken out for Beagle and Spot. And now there's only 1 threat remaining. And that's the drone.
No.
Well, to be honest, leaking...
The pain you see when you see a drone doing that, man. It's just like, oh my god. You know when you pull everything off? You're like, I'm doing so well. I've got it down. And then you just watch that one drone just chugging along and you're like, Fuck! I forgot about the drone.
The drone seemed like the better idea. He is not planning to farm the stage, and taking it down with that squad seems like a max risk challenge. But with that done, he managed to clear the stage and is one step closer to the Snow Bunny stage. As you may have guessed, the stages to get to Frosty weren't really that difficult. He did have 1 or 2 fails and 1 or 2 leaks, but
yeah, I
the
remember
only
leaking a
reason
couple of times
why
on
he
this
wants
stage.
to 3-star stage is to get a Ring of Prime. Since half of his squad has reached max level, he doesn't have...
When I think about it as well, throughout my watch of the game, pardon me, don't get me wrong, I've had a decent amount of fails, like fail stages. And there probably would have gone on to be fails. But like most of mine have been leak, quit the stage kind of thing, you know what I mean? Rather than just getting flooded and just totally failing. When I think about it, because obviously me having this thing of I have to 3-star everything, which is still the only stage that I still need to go back and 3-star the Shield Guys one, which I might actually go back. I might even just chuck gold in just to make it get that one. Yeah, when I think about it, like, because obviously a leak, obviously in this sort of run, it's not a fail, because obviously this is insane to be doing this anyway. To put that further challenge on top would just be ridiculous. Yeah, when I think about it, like, you know, because obviously a fail's different to a leak, innit? It's technically the same thing if you want a 3-star, but, you know, you can pass a stage while leaking.
To farm that much anymore. Most 3-stars are max level. Some 4-stars are still EU0, but that's because they don't need to be higher. The only thing left to upgrade are skill levels. After beating the appetizers, it was time for the main meal, Yelena, the one and only. And yes, Hinabu was prepared for her. Even though he failed his run due to badly timed gravel, on his second run he chose to bring Merle instead.
Okay.
With Merle, he was able to get enough DP to place Noir Corn and Hibiscus in time. And his plan was to stall the beautiful girl as long as possible.
Okay.
And luckily
that's kind of similar to what I was doing. That was like my thing there. It didn't end up holding, like there was no permanent stall, but that was my plan actually. Okay.
Was kind to him.
I'm only attaching to that because it's just like, you know, this is obviously a really good player. So I'm like, hey, I tried a thing that was similar to a really good player.
While he was stalling her, he was trying to kill every enemy on the field before she even got a chance to kill him. And he was very successful with it. She was the only one left on the field now. And there is one last mission to carry out. And that is to kill Frostnova. He certainly had the chance to do that, but he chose to not to. He did not only beat the stage, he also gave my NPC waifu the greatest present he could have given her. Alive. The stage was beaten, and she was free. That is a true victory.
Based. I can't help but watch this stage now and just think of a Starlight and then the bunny meme in The Last of Us.
And now it's time to move on to chapter 7. This one is for sure an interesting chapter. The stages are rather hard if you don't brute force them, unless you have a really good strategy. Going blind into them with that kind of squad would certainly take hours upon hours. But since Hinabu was prepared, it didn't.
Those dudes
Many
are
of the normal
bitch.
stages were not a problem, but 7.4 was. I myself remember it as one of the hardest stages of chapter 7,
metal chuckers.
even though it's not even marked as a red stage. Figuring out the start is usually the main difficulty of this stage, which did make him lose
Struggling
one
to
round.
remember this stage.
Another attempt he lost was very close to the end. Chitana was stunned and 12F wasn't dealing enough damage. Sadly 2 enemies leaked through there, and that was exactly enough for him to fail the stage. In the very next attempt, he used the exact same strategy, but this time he was able to kill the third block enemy just in time. It was very damn close.
Yeah, dude, I love those moments. You know, when you're just about to overwhelm your block count and you kill, like, literally sometimes they're about to step onto the next tile and then it's like, bam, boom, you manage to lock them in. Satisfying.
And thanks to that, 7.4 was cleared. The road to 7.18 was open again. There were some minor stepping stones, like 7.5 and 7.9, which he both failed once. Which is still really impressive considering what his team
Yeah, I remember
looked
this
like.
age.
The next commonly known hurdle is 7.16. This is the stage with the heavy defender dudes. This stage gave even my max level no gacha account some trouble. But with the right threats and the godlike gameplay, he was able to even clear that stage with his squad. And now with that beaten, it was time to reunite Patriot with his daughter. Patriot is the main problem on this stage.
Okay,
so he dealt
I'm curious
with
to
the problem the way I handle my problems. Ignoring them. If leaks are allowed, there's no point in trying to kill him.
Alright.
This is so far the only stage I think he benefits from the rules that he is allowed to leak instead of bringing friend support. With mines and the meta unit from friend support.
Personally, for me, like, take the friend support thing out of it. Having the ability to leak, massive plus, right? In terms of like allowing you to be like, okay, we'll let that one slide, you know? We'll let that fly. Because stages like Patriot would definitely be a lot harder, because then just ignore him, concentrate on everybody else, you're good to go. You know what I mean?
I am very sure it would have been possible to beat him. But this just saved him a lot.
Saying that now, though, does he have to phase to him? Does he have to phase to him? Or no, he wouldn't, would he? Like, because he's got a kill gate, yeah. So, if he just leak, does that just open the kill gate? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, well, that's all I was thinking. But like with Patriot, like the second wave doesn't come until he gets down, right? Am I correct in that now? I'm trying to think back. Or him just leaking, would that just kick that off anyway? In terms of the enemy spawns, you know what I mean? They come after he leaks, yeah. Okay.
Of hassle. The rest of the stage wasn't really a problem without Patriot in it. And with that, he wasn't united with his daughter. But the stage was beaten. And now it is time for the last part
he wasn't reunited with his daughter, you know.
Journey. And that, my friends, is Chapter 8. But this chapter is on a whole nother level.
Yep.
There are many maps which are just brutal.
Yep.
And not just that, in this chapter you have to protect
So Chapter 8 does have, like, a shit ton of stages where it's just like, what were they cooking up, man?
And we all hate them, right? First was R8-1, a normal stage with nothing special to it, a first try without any leaks from Hinabu. R8-2 was next, and this was the first stage with civilians. But again, first try, no leaks. R8-3, R8-4 and R8-5, all of them, first try,
this was a fun stage.
No leaks. And then R8-6 came, and this was the first time they failed in this chapter. Second try though, clear without any leaks. R8-7, another fail, but again on the second try, a clear without any leaks. R8-8 was up next, a stage that took me many attempts on my no gacha account. First attempt, fail. Second attempt, fail. Third attempt, fail. The reason why the stage was being so damn hard, he did not only had to protect Tallulah, which is insanely hard enough by itself, he also had to take care of the big drones, which is certainly not easy with that squad. On the fourth attempt, it looked absolutely amazing. He even managed to get Tallulah into the blue box, but sadly the last drone, with a third of its HP, it managed to leak through, and it was the first leak that he had on a stage in chat.
That was the first time I come close to beating it. I leaked that drone just like that. This, for me, I loved this stage. This stage was, it was incredibly designed. I think still one of the most impressive designs on stages in the game, at least in the story. Just the complexity, the amount of moving parts. Obviously, if you were coming into it a little bit more with like just insane characters to brute force it, maybe it wouldn't be so much. But like the amount of trial and error we had to do for this stage, it was crazy. It was so much fun and one of the most satisfying stages to clear. Just such great design. Yo, Ken, what's up, dude? Just such great design. And as I say, it wasn't just a singular mechanic where it's like, oh, this is a really fun mechanic and we can play around with it. It was just a multitude of things, right? It's like a multifaceted level. There's just so many things going on in the stage that if you are, as like, you know, I was coming from I guess a more niche angle, obviously being underpowered, it was just so enjoyable to try and unlock all those puzzles. It was like that quintessential stage in Arknights where I say, you start off and you're like, I ain't got a fucking clue. I'm fumbling around in the dark for the light switch, and then you slowly start to put pieces on the board, and then, you know, you figure out a particular section. Okay, I've got that. Now what do I do with the rest of it? You know what I mean? And you're kind of like solving it almost in quadrants, aren't you? And for me, it was such an enjoyable thing to do. I've really enjoyed this.
Chapter 8. M86 was up next, and we were back to first try with no leaks.
Warframe, no, that's the plan. That's the plan. As long, at the minute, because the road works and by Rose's work, it takes me so long to get in and out of her work. So as long as I'm not back too late, and obviously eating tea late, the plan is to. I was stuck there for ages again yesterday.
Grade 9 was once again a very difficult stage. 3 fails.
This stage is invisible timers done right. Exactly. Agree as well. That is how you add a timer into a thing, a stage, without it literally being, oh, I'm fighting the timer at the top of the screen. Yeah, agree. Done so well.
Very close to the end. But on the 4th try, he managed to execute his strategy and cleared the stage. But for this one, with leaks. R8-10, first try, no leaks. M8-7, first try, 1 leak. R8-11, first try,
such a breezing to say.
but he had to let Tallulah die to clear it. And with that, it was time for M88, the Mephisto stage. This stage is special though. Mephisto itself is not the only problem on this stage. Just leaking him doesn't give you an automatic win. There are Sarka Centurions and enraged possessed soldiers that can easily wipe your team, even if it's over-leveled. Hinabu starts off...
This for me wasn't too much of a problem. I think having an underwhelming damage can potentially be a positive for this stage, right?
With a clean Sicilian defense. On this stage, already the first 22 enemies are crazy strong, and just surviving them is hard enough. But somehow Hinabu managed to pull it off.
See, I just went with major healing crossover.
Suicide. He doesn't give 2 thoughts about it to let him leak. With him out of the way, it's time to deal with the Sarka Centurions. For that, he uses Catapult to get rid of the first one. As soon as the first is gone, he can place down Midnight. While Catapult is attacking the 2 Centurions below, Midnight is able to take down the last one. Not long after the Centurions are dead, a shower of enemies trying to run them over. This part is extremely hard to survive without any good healers or tanks. After Beagle died, he had to rely 100% on Cardigan. And even though there were some close calls, she somehow managed to survive. Now, only one wave was left. He chose to switch out Cardigan for Beagle, which ended up being the right call. Thanks to her skills, she managed to survive them, even though there were some close calls in it.
I love Beagle, I do.
And now with that, only one enemy is left, and M88 was beaten. And this after 20 hours, 22 minutes and 47 seconds. If you watch closely on the top right, this is the last timestamp in this run. This is because Chapter 9 wasn't out when this run was performed.
Okay.
And since Amiya needs to be E2 to make progress from here on, it was for him the last to beat. Making Amiya E2 is something that would take another few hours to do. And he himself said, as soon as a fast way of E2ing her is discovered, he will erase this category and start doing attempts at a JT3 run. But until that is discovered, we have to wait for a little bit. And this was the story of a man that has
I would have loved to have seen JT8 3.
One day. Kinda.
JT8 2 and JT8 3.
I really hope you enjoyed this video. Making documentaries is super fun, but it takes so much time. And because it was my second documentary I ever made, It was a little bit rough around the edges, but I really hope you had a great time watching it, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out a lot. And please don't forget to check out Hinabu's channel. He's an amazing content creator. Just leave a like and subscribe.
Bro, is this plus minus his alt account? He says he's just plus minus in disguise. Or the other way around. All those body pillows.
It really helps the channel out a lot. And please don't forget to check out Hinabu's channel. He's an amazing content creator. His runs are absolutely incredible to watch. And I feel like he deserves way more attention than he gets. And once again, thanks you so much for letting me use your footage. Hontou ni arigatou gozaimasu. And with that said, guys, I wish you all a nice morning, a nice evening, and bye bye, Smesai. Have a good one. And see.
What a run. What a run. Actually crazy. Insane. You know, again, still to this day, seeing people do things in this game that's just incredible. And one of, I just noticed as well, bro's got a massive fucking gripper figurine here, just a big ass foot. But yeah, it's another thing that just shows what makes Arknights so good, that you can do all these numerous challenges that for most other games in this genre you just can't do, right? You just can't do. There's challenges that you can do in like Wooers and Genshin and ZZZ and all this sort of stuff, but like they're limited, right? The variety, you know, it's you can only do so much. And I'm not saying there isn't cool stuff in those games to do, just the variety with Arknights. It's once again, it's a beacon of the design of the core element of the game from the ground up, which has allowed all of this to be possible. And I know it's a bit of an unfair comparison to look at a really well designed tower defense game, which in itself kind of is a poor way to describe it, because it's much more than a tower defense game, which I know people I'll snort at that who haven't played the game, but then when you play it, you're like, shit, it is much more than that, right? That allows for that amount of ways to play the game. It's incredible, and these sort of things are just testament to that amazing game design, right? As I say, finishing chapter 12 now, I have come to the conclusion, Arknights for me isn't just the best gacha game. It's genuinely a good game and a good gaming experience. And I know that sounds, well, games like Wuthering Waves, good game, right? But I wouldn't put Wua up there as like games that have had an impact on me. You know, like I was saying earlier, with the Fallout 3s, the Final Fantasy 9s, the Mass Effect 2s, the Metal Gear Solids, the Witcher 3s, the Dragon Age Origins, you know, those sort of games. I'm kind of like, I'm putting Arknights up there now with that sort of title. It's not on the levels of impact for me of something like Final Fantasy 9 or something like Mass Effect 2, because they're just like, you know, that is the peak of peak video games for me in my life. I'm telling you though, Arknights ain't that far behind, man. You know, Arknights is not that far behind. It's an incredible video game. It really is, which is so insane for me to say, because as I say, I don't fuck with tower defense. I don't fuck with tower defense, but this game was made so well that it's made me a tower defense believer. Well, I don't even know if it has. It's just Arknights is that good. It goes above and beyond tower defense. I guess that's what I'm saying, right? It just does. It just does. It goes above and beyond. What do you mean, bro? The boy didn't change your life. Well, I should have combed all over the place when I really, but yeah, man. I think it's that good. I think it's that good. Like, usually, I don't tend to compare gacha games with non-gacha games. And not just because they're gacha games, so that means they're trash. I just don't. Like, and it's usually fundamentally because the gameplay and the story is hindered to some degree because of the model, the live service, and the monetary system, right? But Arknights and still has some issues like that in regards to, you know, farming and lockouts on certain days and stuff like that, and obviously having to wait for patches, of course. But as somebody who hasn't had to do that, has just been able to play through it, it's enhanced that experience for me. That's probably another reason why it's really, really been moved up the list of games for me. Yeah, best gacha game ever, in my opinion. It is straight up, honestly. And I hope Enfield becomes my best gacha game ever, because obviously I want games to keep being better, but I don't know if it will. And that's coming from somebody who fucking loves Arknights Enfield, right? But we'll see. Maybe I'll change my mind in a 12 months time. But yeah, I think it is best gacha game ever, and I don't even think it's close either. That's how good it is. But yeah, great video, man. Great video. We've watched one of Seth's videos before, haven't we? But this was a good one. Old video, but still golden. But yeah, chat. I'm gonna have to call it. It's 10 to 5. I gotta go get Rosie from work. Boys and girls. Shout out to everybody who dropped super chats, memberships earlier. Very much appreciated. I'm really happy we cleared that boss really quickly. We had way more struggles with the cranberry stage beforehand, didn't we? The red stage was our real roadblock in chapter 12. We spanked the boss, if I'm honest. We actually spanked the boss. But guys, I will potentially see you later. Or IGN Poland claims to have known about a new expansion for The Witcher 3 for several years. They suggest the DLC will likely introduce a new region, possibly a desert environment. Oh my days. I need to play through The Witcher 3 again. Guys. Prep for the DLC. Shit, bro. I've got so much on at the minute, man. And then CD Projekt Red to come and put a fucking fork in it. Come on. But yeah, thank you for the super chats. Casual. Ducklord. Thank you to Flix as well for becoming a member. Thank you to Kathy as well for becoming a member. Guys, I really do appreciate it. I will hopefully see you all later. Traffic, up to the traffic as well. If not, though, we'll be back tomorrow. I think tomorrow we'll tackle the event tomorrow, and then some Warframe of the evening, depending on what happens. But yeah, event tomorrow, Warframe. If we can't do any Warframe tomorrow as well. But yeah, guys, I appreciate ya. Enjoy the rest of your day. If I don't see you later, I'll catch you tomorrow. Ta-ra.